New York. Don.
You know, maybe they can go pee on each other. That'd be great.
Hahn.
There's a lot of women out there that want you, Alan.
And Rosenberg.
Give me the porn, for God's sake. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
301 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with until 6:30. Then we got Knicks basketball on 880, and we got Rangers hockey on 1050. It's definitely one of those days. A little bit warmer than it was yesterday, but it's freezing in the studio.
In the
Freezing.
studio.
Unreal.
You can control that, Donnie.
I know. It just got turned up. I just found out some information that's very disturbing.
No.
And we need to look into it. That earlier today, the studio was set at 63.
What the hell is that about?
So inquiring minds... One Peter Rosenberg said, well, who the hell wants it set at 63? They said, oh, the morning show likes it cold.
Animals.
Well, there's
Maniacal.
Why would you want a 63 in the studio when it's cold out?
It's an odd choice.
Yeah.
It's just
well, if you think about it, though, if it's 30 degrees outside, 63 feels actually downright balmy.
What is Dave actually an elderly woman going through hot flashes?
You know what?
63?
Dave a pause?
Yeah. I think the morning show's on menopause.
Manopause.
Wow, manopause. Good for you.
That's what's happening.
Is that
Getting
a thing?
Hot flashes, maybe. I don't know. At 63 feels a little chilly, but my house, it's strange. My house in the summer, I like it at 68, but we argue between 68 and 70.
Me too.
In the winter, it's like 65. That's what we hit it at, right there.
Well,
So 63 is below even like our standard, but I wonder what do people set it at your house like in this time of year?
63 in the summer for a lot of women, that would be divorce. They would immediately file papers.
Yes.
Like you're trying to
you're
kill
going to see your breath.
Yeah, you're trying to kill a woman at 63 in your
Or
Now,
anybody.
winter is interesting. I guess I live in a New York apartment, so like all they do is turn on the heat in the building. I don't get to set the heat. It just turns on. And by the way, sometimes doesn't turn on. Like 2 nights ago when it was 30 degrees at night and the heat never kicked on.
I know in the environmental world, they try to convince everyone that you should keep your house at like 78, and I think that's ridiculous. That's too warm.
Oh, 78?
Now,
is
sure,
something-
it
it's
helps
madness.
out the ecosystem or whatever, but you know what? I care about the ecosystem too, but 78 degrees
No,
is
come on.
not comfortable.
For God's sake.
Now, we keep our house at 66 just because we have central air, and for some reason, we just don't feel it upstairs.
Unless it's down
it's warm upstairs. So if you get it at 66, we'll tolerate it, the out and about downstairs, and then when you go to bed, you want to at least be comfortable. That's kind of where we're set at.
Because it's a little bit cold
But
downstairs.
63 is, somebody on the morning show needs an exam. Make an appointment.
You're concerned is what you're saying.
A little bit.
I hear you. I'll tell you what you're not concerned about, though. Those New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
You see that? See what I did?
And
what a transition.
we want to
Thank
start, Alan, because there's been so much negative around sports in New York. And if the Knicks had gotten off to a slow start, which they kind of did, right? They dropped, 3 of their first 5 games and whatever it was.
Right.
Everybody's quick to jump them with the coaching change and not living up to the expectations, yada, yada, yada. Well, if we were going to jump this team, if they were 3-7 to start the year or whatever, then we should be able to get excited about what right now is outside of Oklahoma City, one of, if not the best teams in basketball. They're scoring a ton of points. You can't touch them at home, which is always the sign to me of a really good team.
That's special.
When you can make playing at the Garden uncomfortable. So I think that's a great jumping off point. One football team fired its coach. The other football team is, which quarterback that suck is going to play on Sunday and won't tell us because he's a big tough guy. Why not celebrate what's a really good story in New York?
Yeah, last night, what's funny? Here's where, for me, it shows you that there's more to this season than, hey, just be happy because you're winning. They were rolling last night, another 70-point half, 77 points. They've done this 5 times? These crazy 70-plus point halves that they're putting up where the offense is just – they overwhelm an opponent. And third quarter, they're up 28. And I'm like, all right, well, now it's, bench time. You finish the game out. The Grizzlies, weren't ready to wave the white flag, but you thought it was coming pretty soon. Then they didn't close their third quarter well. They got it to 21, and then they started the fourth quarter poorly. And within like halfway through the quarter, you're like, wait, how is it a 10-point game? Like, that wasn't right. They ended up winning the game. And after the game, on the court, interviewing Brunson, and, again, on-court interviews in front of the crowd, like, that's the kind of stuff where you're just kind of asking the simple things, right? Like, hey, that's 3 straight 130-point performances. That's never happened in franchise history. This offense clearly, looks like it's gotten into gear. And he didn't want to talk about any of that. He had a big game. He had a 30-10-5 game with 6 threes. Like, he had a great game. And he had, like, this look on his face that told me he's not happy. So I was waiting for it, and sure enough, he delivered. And he just said it. Like, no, the way we ended that game, no, that's not us. And he was not happy with them not finishing the game the right way. And he echoed it again in the locker room with the media. Mike Brown, first thing he talked about, which a lot of coaches always want to accentuate positives right out of the gate and tell you how great his team is. He right away was like, you know what? We thought it was going to be easy. We got complacent. We let off the gas. All the buzzwords of a team that is trying to do more. And so I thought that's a good sign that they weren't happy after a loss and pretended like, well, it's going to happen. You go up big. It's going to happen. Like, I've seen teams that do that. They didn't do that. And I find it like, okay, that makes tonight now a very interesting watch only because, the fact that 24 hours later you get to play again and see how hard they come out and how they're a little bit more on the P's and Q's, especially defensively, like those are things that could show you what this team's about, that they are playing for more than, just being satisfied with winning a game. They were not happy after a win. Says a lot, I think, about the team early. It's only 10 games, but it's a 10-game block now to look at and say, what do we have here? What can we believe in? And what needs to get better? And there's some things that concern me about their ability to win a championship, but they have plenty of time. They have 72 games left to fix some of those problems.
And, and certainly, Alan, you also want to see that you turn around and get another win on national TV, on second half of a back-to-back. Orlando's not a bad basketball team.
Yeah, they had a bad start, but yeah, we know that's a feisty, aggressive team.
That's a feisty team that's on the come.
Yep.
So turn around and win back-to-back games too. That's what big boy teams do, right? You win back-to-backs, particularly at home, and you beat teams that you're supposed to be better than. When you do that, if you can beat the teams you're supposed to be better than and split with the ones who are at the same level, that's called a really good basketball team.
Now, is defense the thing you're the most concerned about, Alan?
Yes, I am, especially three-point defense. See, they play a style where they'll overwhelm a team, where they'll go through a stretch of like the 19 straight points, and it just looks like they're going to run away with it. But they also, because they play fast and score fast, they give you extra possessions. They remind me, Peter, you're a Celtics fan. They remind me a lot of what the Celtics were the last couple of years. Put up a ton of threes. They put up 55 threes last night.
Wow.
They hit 20, I think 22. So they'll overwhelm you with the three because they're really good at getting to the corner threes. And then even when one guy's having a bad night, there's always somebody that's going to be hot. And so there's all of that you look at, and then you see the other team, though, they just keep going because it's up and down. So the possessions start happening. They don't close out threes well. They get lost in transition. So the Thunder play in transition really well. It's a great team. They get up and down the floor. You can't get lost in transition against the Thunder. You're going to get killed. The Bulls, give them a hard time because the Bulls play fast. Now, that's not a great team, but still, it's an example of teams that play fast. Denver, see, the best teams in the league are in the West, as always. Oklahoma City, Denver, Houston plays fast. They're good. Miami, they're going to have a 2-game set with Miami coming up, a home and home. They'll finish the homestand Friday against the Heat, and then they'll go to Miami Monday, and they'll play the Heat. The Heat play fast, and you can't get lost in transition against teams like that. You'll lose. If you are not hitting shots and putting, the way they're hitting at a clip right now, if you're struggling with your shot and your defense is that loose, you're going to lose to the good teams. So that's what I want to see is can they tighten it up, because that has been a bit of a problem for this team. That, getting lost transition and getting out and taking away three-point shots that other teams, bad three-point shooting teams, have good three-point shooting nights against the Knicks. It's a bad sign.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves as far as can they beat the Thunder? Can they beat Denver?
Well, you want to know, right? Like, well, you want to know.
But I don't know if you need to know in November. Right now, you want to make sure that you come out of the East, and the only team better than them right now to start the season is Detroit, which is interesting because Detroit's a team. We saw them last year in the playoffs. We thought that they and Orlando might be one of those teams that would take the next step. Yep. Orlando has not as of yet, but it looks like Detroit has. So as we fantasize about how they would match up against the best in the West, and the best teams seem to be coming out of the West, how do they match up to you in the East? And is Detroit a concern?
I think they're the best team in the East.
The Knicks.
Yeah. Detroit, they're very good. They're tough. They have Cade Cunningham, who we saw him last year in the playoffs, obviously. He just keeps taking it up a notch. He's really strong, very difficult to guard one-on-one. He's the engine to that team. They've got a couple of guys in that team that have taken a step since last year that you can see. They are well coached in JB Bickerstaff. So they're better. Like, they're the team that you look at and worry about. Remember last year I was telling you I was watching the Pacers like Mickey and Rocky III, watching Clubber Lang? Mm-hmm. It's like the same thing now with the Pistons. It's like I'm kind of just watching them because they're hungry, and they feel a way about losing to the Knicks. So the first time these two teams meet, that's going to have a little something extra to it. So I'm not saying that the Knicks are unbeatable, but when you look at the landscape of the East, Philly is getting a lot out of a couple of young players. They got a really good, obviously Maxi's terrific, but they play different now. But they play fast too. Miami plays fast. They're a different-looking team, but none of them look to me like in a 7-game series, I don't know how they're going to match up, right? I don't know how they're going to beat them. The Knicks just have way too much depth and a lot of talent. I just, to me, it's more about this is the year if you're going to win a championship. This is the time to do it right now. And that's why I'm also keeping my eye on the West and what I'm seeing over there. And Jokic in Denver, man, that team, they look good too.
No, there's a lot of good teams out in the West.
You don't want to go to the finals and lose and just say, "Well, that was your shot." Like you gotta win the whole thing.
No, you gotta, but you also don't want to just assume that you're getting out of the East. And we're talking up the Knicks, but there's a team ahead of them in the Pistons.
Yep,
they are 0-3 on the road. You want to correct that as well. As you said, they need to shore up a little bit more on defense. And to your point, talking about the players, feeling they could be better. Mike Brown also agrees they could be better.
We played good basketball offensively, played some decent basketball in spurts tonight. You talk about 47 field goals made and 35 of those were assisted. So we did do some things right, but I know and I think the guys in the locker room feel that we could have done better.
And it's a great place to be, Alan, when you're playing well and the coach and the players all know they can play even better.
Yeah,
so not resting on their laurels at all.
Right. He said he said learning while winning. And that's, Towns said the same thing too about that. That it's better to learn from your mistakes while also winning games, because at least you're still winning games. They were learning stuff and losing 3 in a row on the road. That wasn't great. And again, the warts are always, what is it? Winning is the best deodorant, right? Some of the things that you watch that you're like, all right, so they were able to build a bit of lead. They still can do this. They're beating teams. And, some people might point out the schedule. Grizzlies aren't very good this year. Ja is not the same guy. The Nets obviously are not good.
But you killed them. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do,
that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And I point out, they were up 28 on the Grizzlies. You were doing what you were supposed to do. You smoked them. You put 77 on them in a half. You're doing what you're supposed to. They didn't close the deal against the Grizzlies, which bothered them. The Nets, they just, again, they took them out in the third quarter, put them out of their misery, ran them out of the gym. What you're supposed to do. Chicago's a better team than people think because you're used to them not being good from the past couple of years. They're actually a good team. The Timberwolves win is a quality win. That's a good win. So this homestand they're on. By the way, it's 5 straight now. It's a 7-game homestand. They have 2 left. At worst, they're going to be 5-2. They have a very good chance to be at least 6-1. That's a hell of a homestand. So this homestand's actually been helpful as well for them because it's better early in the season to play at home because it kind of helps you get some momentum. You're not on the road wearing down too early. They're all going to have to make it up at some point, playing a lot of road games. But this schedule might have been a blessing for this team. And how they finish this homestand is going to be really interesting because these are probably the two hardest games. Orlando into a second game of back-to-back, and then obviously Miami, which is playing really well on a Friday night at the Garden.
All right, 1-800-919-3776. Knicks fans, how do you feel? You're 10 games in. You're 7-3. You're undefeated at home. So how you feeling about your team? Before we get to the calls, Alan,
yeah,
how would this look record-wise if they stuck with Tibbs?
I don't know if I can answer that because I got to know how players would have been when camp opened and he was still the head coach. You know what I mean? What would the mood be? What would the feeling be? Would there be an enthusiasm or sort of we got to do this again? Clearly in those exit meetings at the end of the season after the playoff loss, clearly there were players who were expressing enough things about, what they weren't happy about that if they were told, well, that's it, he's our guy, I think you still might have had some guys that, weren't all in. And you don't want that. Now, I don't know if everybody's completely bought in, even now with Mike Brown, but
it's going in the right direction.
It just seemed like, look, I hate doing this because it's Tom Thibodeau, somebody I have a high regard for and a great respect for. But I'm sorry, my eyes are watching something that I'm like, all right, this team is unreal offensively. It's fun to watch offensively. It's exciting to watch when they really are clicking, and it looks like a team that has taken it to another level, which is what the next coach's job was supposed to be, right? Obviously, the first priority of the next coach's job can come in June. You got to get there. But the next thing is you got to make it look like, hey, this team's different than the past couple of years that you've seen. And I think when you watch them, it's definitely different. And I cover it. I have to see it every day. I talk to the players. I'm on the broadcast. So I see a lot that tells me this stuff. But what about fans watching from home? Are you seeing it different too? That's what I want to know. I'm curious because I'm so deep. You know how it is? You're so deep in the weeds. I'm so deep into it that I feel like I might not have the best view because it's almost like you know too much and you see too much. What do people who just simply watch and aren't as embedded as I am, what are you seeing? Because it looks to me like a much, much different looking team.
No, it's a great point. 1-800-919-3776. How you feeling? How are you seeing the changeover from the coach? Just the general kind of take the temperature time. 10 games in. They got a game tonight against Orlando. Excellent chance to go 8-3. Another home game on top of this as well. So a lot of home cooking. 7 of the first 10, and I guess 9 of the first 12 will be on home court. So certainly taking advantage of that before they hit the road a little bit later on in the month. Let's start it off with Javier in Queens. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Javi?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for taking the call. So listen, I got really lucky this weekend. I got to go to the Knicks on Sunday. I saw them play tremendous. I got to pick up a Biggie bobblehead at the Nets game last night, and I got home in time to watch the end of the Knicks game. Knicks are playing great, all right? And I was one of the first callers to call in asking if you guys thought they could win 60 games. And I think across the board with everyone that I got on the radio, it's not because they didn't think the Knicks were a good team. They just thought the Knicks would be gearing up for the playoffs and they wouldn't be focused on winning as many regular season games as they could. But I think they're playing great. I don't want to call it too early, but if the question is how would Tibbs be right now, or Tibbs would be right now, historically Tibbs with the Knicks, the first 10 to 15 games, he was a 500 coach, and then he always picked it up after that. So at this point, Brown is already doing a better job than him. What that means for the rest of the season, I don't know. The one thing I will point out is them shooting 50% from three against some of these really bad teams. I think it's a little bit of fool's gold. If they can do that against the top teams, the Knicks are going to be trouble for the league. But I don't see them shooting at the clip that they have been against better defenses. They looked incredible against the Nets. They looked incredible against Washington. So,
well, you don't have to score 130 points to win every night in the NBA. I mean, you don't have to have 70-point halves the way that they've had.
But it helps.
But no, it does. And we know that's not going to happen against the best teams in the league. He's right. But it's nice to know that you have that in your arsenal, that you can do that.
Well, think about it. Last year's offense, Don, was top 3 in the league for most of the season, right? Offensive efficiency and all that stuff. I believe they had like 14. What was it? Like they already. I think they already have 5, right? I said that 5 70-point halves. I think they had like 12 to 14 of them last year.
Yeah, so you're almost halfway there, and
you're 10 games in.
I mean, so they've broken 130 in 3 straight.
Yeah, they have never done that in franchise history.
And then the fourth one before that against the Bulls was 128.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
They are
totally
putting up numbers.
Yeah. So, but what Javi said though is interesting because we do look at it as getting off to that good start and setting the tone for the season, right? Like, and so is 7-3 enough of that's the good start you needed to you didn't want to be 500, you didn't want to be 5-5.
No, I'm not ready.
Be that.
I'm not ready. You got to do a little bit more.
Oh, I think 20 games is when you really start to get a feel, right?
Well, yeah, and if in 20 games you're 14-6, 15-5,
right?
Then we're having because you could easily end up where you are now, and if you're sitting at 12-8, 20 in, you feel good, but it's not the same feeling.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's hear from you. 1-800-919-3776. Big show, 4:30. We got a list. 4 o'clock, we've got Booger McFarland. He, of course, joins us every week on Wednesday at 4 o'clock to talk about the NFL, get his thoughts on what the Giants did this week with the coaching situation. We've got ENN at 6, and then we're out because of Knicks basketball at 6:30. It's all happening here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window & doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. Looking pretty good heading inbound at the George, even with roadwork on the upper deck. Just about a 5-minute ride. Best of it's the outbound side, West Side Highway and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, just jammed there from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels, just about 5 to 10 minutes each. Solid slowdowns on the LIE eastbound, moving through Queens, bumper to bumper between the BQE and the Clearview. You stay heavy on the eastbound side, heading through Nassau County, approaching Glen Cove Road. Lots of extra company on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore, hitting the brakes there from the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Having fun on a Wednesday, talking a little NBA as the Knicks off to a 7-3 start. Let's dive back into the phones and talk to Darren in Newark. You're on Don Hahn and Rosenberg. What's up, Darren?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
First time, long time.
Awesome.
Hey, what up,
Welcome
Maybe
aboard.
last time.
Oh, man. One quick thing I want to just say to Peter. I just want to say I look forward to our competitiveness for the next few years because I'm a Bears fan. You're a Washington fan. You know they're going to build up that rivalry for those two young quarterbacks because they came in at the same time. As long as they both keep on that same trajectory, we're going to battle every year. I think they're going to make that a rivalry.
No, I think so far, if you look at the first two, it's been a lot of fun. I just, I currently don't have a football team. You guys are actually playing football, so that's nice. Good for you. But, yeah, I agree, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think they're going to make that a rivalry. So, and I'm a Celtics fan like you.
Hey. Or as Don and Alan might say, Celtics fan of Jays. But what do you got for us? Thank you, man.
So I want to say to Alan, Knicks fans, they need to taper it down a little bit. You guys, you got a few nice pieces. You added on to what you already had, but I don't think you went and got that superstar that Brunson needs to put you over the top. Like the regular season, you guys are going to blow through it. Like you're going to 55, 60 wins, no doubt. But it's playoff time. You need that extra, that guy. I'm a Celtics fan, like I said. I know how to taper the enthusiasm. When we got Garnett, I knew we were going to win. The second year after we lost the championship to Golden State, I knew we were going to win after that because we had those pieces. We needed that second superstar.
Darren.
I don't think the Knicks went and got that second superstar, Alan.
Darren, what wasn't the thing about Tatum was he good enough to be was he a good enough or a big enough player to carry a team to a championship?
Yeah, that was the thing, and you know what happened?
Hang on,
they realized that they realized they had Brown.
Right.
So it didn't
he
matter
was
if
the
Tatum
MVP.
stepped up.
Right. So another
Brown,
player.
right?
Yeah. So I don't understand why when you're saying Brunson doesn't have another superstar, why isn't Brunson the superstar?
I don't think nobody on that team is at the level of Brown. None. I don't think none of them.
Okay.
As far as the second best player, I don't think the Knicks have it on Brown's level.
Okay.
I mean, thanks for the call, man. I hear that.
Who's the second player on the Thunder?
Yeah, exactly. That's at that level. I mean,
who's the second player on the Thunder? Is it Jalen Williams?
Yeah.
Is he that though? Nobody knew he was that.
No, he became that.
Yeah. You gotta get there. But listen, nobody's first of all telling Knicks fans to tamp anything down is hilarious because we all know that doesn't happen, and which is fine. But all we're trying to do is it's 10 games. It's a short block. And it's 7 out of the 10 were wins. They're on a streak. They look good. They have a high-powered offense. And it's just, hey, let's just take a quick assessment. What do we got? What do we got here? As it continues on, there's no final statements being made right now. But it's like you got to assess early in the season. This is off to a start that you would hope for, which is again 7 out of 10 is pretty good to get off to the start. Can they keep rolling forward and keep building it up? Is what you want to see, but
I don't know.
Nobody's making any final statements.
I don't listen, Alan. You sound very optimistic. Why wouldn't you? They're 7-3. They've got the second best record in the conference, a conference that the odds makers had them as the favorites, along with Cleveland, to come out of this conference, and they're better than Cleveland right now. Even though Detroit's got a better record, the feeling is the Knicks are better than the Pistons. All right, and admittedly, if they do get to the NBA Finals, it'll be for the first time since 1999 if they do it, that they're going to go up against a team that's going to be the clear-cut favorite in all likelihood.
Yeah, whether it's the Thunder or the Nuggets, but those two will be the favorites.
But for a team that went into this season as the favorites to come out of the East, off to a 7-3 start, why can't you be optimistic? And if you're telling me not to be optimistic, then who should I be scared of in the Eastern Conference? Is it the Pistons? We've been sold a bill of goods on the Magic. They're under 500. The Cavaliers, they're banged up. We know Indiana is cooked because of their injuries, and certainly, Boston losing Tatum. I mean, there's a reason why they were the favorites going in.
But what are you supposed to be?
Right.
Like,
so
if you're not optimistic, then what are you like? The opposite's pessimistic. How could you possibly be pessimistic?
Can't be pessimistic.
Watch if you are to quote a great man. Are you watching? Like if you just simply watch, you're like, okay, this team's going to give a lot of people problems. Like, it's a good team, really good team.
Yeah,
there's
really
room for improvement, and they also talk about how, you know what, we're not even close to where we can be. That's what makes me go, whoa. You guys think you can be even better than this?
Yeah.
Normally you don't hear players say stuff like, oh, yeah, this is good. We really could be a lot better.
And that's what you love, because last night they beat a team pretty much pillar to post, and after the game they're talking about how they should have won by more.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have the letdown at the end of the third quarter. This needs to be better. That needs to be better. Now, sometimes that happens in sports, and you're talking out of you know what.
Mm-hmm.
But this is coming from a place of, hey, we're good, but we expect to be better. We think we will be better. We believe there's more of a ceiling here. Right. So when you hear that, with all the expectations and meeting those expectations, why not be excited? Let's go to Merv in Queens. You're on ESPN.
Merv.
Don, Alan, Peter, turn the volume up.
That's right.
Merv is making final statements. The Knicks are going to the championship. What's with all the negativity? Alan, don't be so humble with your talking about seeing the game from the weeds. The Knicks look great, okay? Health is the only thing I'm afraid of. I love what Tom Thibodeau did, but I'm telling you, the group is playing looser. What I saw last year, every play, Bridges massaging the lane, last-second shots, Brunson getting beat up. You see there's some sort of little symphony now, and we're getting the bench guys in. There's not going to be Delion Wright or Shamit taking shots. The bench guys are getting their stuff in. I love what I see. All I want is the Knicks to not get comfortable and bored during the midseason. And health, man. I miss talking to you guys, and I don't see anybody in the East as a threat. Love talking to you guys. Thank you for taking the call.
Well, we appreciate the phone call.
Every team worries about health, right? Like everybody worries about that. So we all, like, no matter who you are, no matter what team it is, that's your major. It's always your first concern, which is why they handle Mitchell Robinson the way they do. He didn't play last night, but I would expect he's going to play tonight. But yeah, like it's that, and then it's obviously the complacency thing that Merv's talking about. When you are still like figuring things out as the season goes along and adding things because it's a new playbook, it's almost like how could you? Because you're going to keep learning stuff. The road takes its toll. Players go through slumps. Injuries happen. You got to play through all that stuff and figure it out. But again, when you see this team at full health and you watch it go, it's hard to not say to yourself, "That's a good team." And I understand in New York, we're really afraid to just make a statement like that because most of our teams stink and we're not used to this. But I look at the Knicks and I'm like, "That's a damn good team. That's easily one of the best teams in the NBA." And that's what you can say about the Knicks affirmatively. You could say it with your chest. The Knicks are one of the best teams in the NBA, and they're going to have a chance to win a championship if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, from what we've seen already in just simply 10 games.
What's the realistic number that they're actually in right now overall? I mean, assuming I assume, guys, we believe they are better than the Pistons, who have the hot start at 9-2. So are you willing to say that they're the best team in the East, Alan?
I just did, yeah.
So best team in the East.
I think they're the best team in the East.
So that means Thunder definitively better than them. After that,
I've got
maybe the Nuggets,
Thunder, Denver, and then I would put the Rockets and the Knicks right there with each.
Around
I have to see more out of the Houston Rockets. They're good, but I'd put them right there, like they're right in that realm.
And I know it's early, but with the West being as tough as it is.
Right.
Is it possible if the Knicks continue to play this way, and I know it's odd because the Thunder are 11-1, that they could end up having a better record than whoever comes out of the West?
Very possible because of the fact that you have to, in the West you're playing teams 3 and 4 times. In the East you play the West twice.
And I don't think the Thunder coming off a championship are going to kill themselves to get the best record in the NBA.
Yeah, they might do some things during the season. You have no idea, right? Because they had such a long year.
That's right.
And they didn't have much of an offseason. So how do they manage guys? It's a good point. But that's why win totals are nice. Mike Brown once won 60 games in Cleveland and then lost in the conference finals.
Right.
So it's not a great indicator of what you're going to do. It's what it looks like. And I'm big on what does it look like. And I know what I'm looking at. Because I've seen a lot of basketball. I've seen a lot of Knick teams. And I'm telling you, and last year's team was a really good team. This team's better.
Yeah.
And it's the same people adding one significant bench player in Jordan Clarkson, who's really been a huge addition to the rotation. But this team's better.
And the reason I bring it up is because if they're going to play at an 850 clip, say, at home, you're damn right you want to get home court advantage if you can.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to make it that tough of a place to go out there and play, and why not? They're 7-0, and if they can beat an under 500 Magic's team tonight, which is tough because the Magic still are a decent team, and you are playing the second of back-to-backs, that you've got a chance to be 8-0 on home court. Let's go to Wesley in Riverdale. You're on ESPN New York.
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, I got one quick question about the backup guard to Brunson, who retired.
Are they going to get somebody? Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah. Are they going to get somebody of that caliber on the team? Because the team is the way it was last year without somebody like that. So are they going to get someone? Because I think that's a missing piece.
I think that's one of them. I've got 2 missing pieces. That's an area that I kept an eye on too. It's a great question because when Brunson comes out of the game, who's running the offense? Now, again, he comes out of the game. Now, the offense definitely does go down. But you haven't noticed it yet, but I do wonder if they'll be in the market for somebody that can handle the basketball and be a lead guard off the bench to help them run their offense. They have gotten away with it right now. But it is, it's something I would probably watch as, when you're setting up, when you get to the trade deadline, you're setting your team up. I think that's definitely something one of the things I would put on the checklist of things you'd like to have before you get into the playoffs, whether it's a trade or whether it's you sign, a guy who gets waived. That happens all the time. The guy gets waived and then you can add a veteran and you add him to your roster before the playoffs. We see that all the time. That's something that I think might be on the list of priorities before the postseason begins.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress, a roster. But the fact that could be a nitpick tells you exactly where this Knicks team is. Phones always blow up when we talk Knicks. 1-800-919-3776. Our weekly spot with Booger McFarland coming up at 4 o'clock. Our list at 4:30. ENN at 6. Don Hahn and Rosenberg till 6:30.
Wait, slow
Then
down, Don.
It's the Knicks. The Knicks are playing against the Orlando Magic, Peter.
Well, I'm very aware of that. But before you go anywhere, I want to help you with something.
Help me, please.
I've been looking at you all day, and I'm thinking, what's up with Don? Does he need help? And if he needs help, does he need
better help?
See what you did there?
Oh, nicely.
See, thank you. Now, guys, this is an ad by BetterHelp. November, BetterHelp is encouraging everyone this whole month to reach out and check in on friends. Like I just checked in on Don. You see what I did there? Don, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
How's the back of your belly for a sleigh ride?
Oh, yeah.
See, hopefully you can do better than that when you check in with your friends and loved ones. And certainly, if you're considering therapy and you find someone at BetterHelp, you will get a much better and more in-depth conversation than we just had. See, your therapy goals can be met. You fill out a short questionnaire, you identify the needs you have, your preferences, and they take their experience, their industry-leading match fulfillment rate, and they set it all up for you. You get a therapist. They have 30,000 to choose from. Believe me, they will find the right one. And guess what? If it turns out not to be the right one, you can switch for free at any time. They've served over 5 million people globally. And how about this? With over 1.7 million client reviews, there's a rating of 4.9 out of 5. That is an incredible success rate. So this month, don't wait to reach out, whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself. BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250. FanDuel's the #1 sports book for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel's the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head over to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel's the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is not withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together together, and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on. When the games begin, 30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
All right, before we get back to the calls on the Knicks, love the conversation that we have going on here right now as we're getting closer to the holiday season, everybody. Who's hosting? Who's hosting Thanksgiving? Who's got everybody coming home for Christmas? Who's having a New Year's party? Everybody's staying over that night. You have a guest room. You have a bathroom that everybody's using. Take a look at the shower.
And you need a bathroom that can handle the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's a great call, Donnie. But just stop for a minute, take a look in your bathroom and say, do I really want people using that shower? Like, it's disgusting. And do you really want to clean it the way you're going to have to clean it to get people to want to use it? You don't want people talking about you, your family going like, you see his bathroom? It's like old and decrepit. So I'm going to help you out, and this is the best time to do it. I have friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath in my house. They ripped out an old tub that we hated and no one wanted to use, and they put in a gorgeous shower. Now everybody wants to use that bathroom. And we can't wait to have everybody over to use that bathroom and take showers in that beautiful new shower. My sister was so jealous, she called Bath Fitter and said, if he gets to have that, I want to have one too, because she's always got to one-up me. So she had her bathroom done as well. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations. They have the unique PermaFit solution. It's a watertight fit. So when you're asking me about Bath Fitter and you're saying, like, I've heard about these things, it just covers it up, right? No, it doesn't just cover it up. Like I said, watertight fit. It is durable. It is easy to clean. There's no demolition. It's done in one day. And it's a lower cost than a full replacement. And most of all, the lifetime guarantee I'm telling you about means they trust it so much, they will guarantee it for life. Now, holiday season is why I'm talking to you about this, because this is the time to get it done. No money down, no payments, no interest for 18 months. No interest until April of 2027. You'll pay off the Christmas presents before you have to pay this thing off. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Right now, you can save up to $800 on a complete Bath Fitter system. Just go to their website or call for details on this Black Friday savings. You can trust the Bath Fitter team like we did. Start designing your bath today and let all your relatives come over for the holidays. And don't be embarrassed anymore. Go to bathfitter.com because there's only one Bath Fitter.
Outstanding job.
I mean, I put every effort I can into that.
Was terrific. And it's so important this time of year to have that kind of bathroom, especially people are going to be coming over, and they've done a tremendous job. Blanderson Hooper, welcome to the show.
How's it going, guys?
It's going.
So first of all, I don't think there's much you can nitpick about the beginning of the season, except for maybe the 3 losses on the road. But I wanted to talk specifically about Bridges. I think a common theme last year was that he had an aversion to going to the hoop. It was like time after time he'd dribble in and either pass the ball back out or dribble back out and take like a fadeaway jump shot from inside the paint. But he was 3 of 4 from the line last night. He is 17 of 20 through 10 games. Do you guys have any idea how many games it took him last year to get to 20 foul shots?
Oh, he was never getting to the free throw line. I might go to 30 games.
It was game 22.
Wow.
Game 22 just to get there.
Yeah.
And so he took 118 all of last year. He's on a pace for more than 160. Now, obviously he's not going to hit all of those, but that's like an extra 40-something points that, that could be a huge difference or make a huge difference between, where they end up at the end of the season. I just really like his tenacity. I really just like the way that he's taken it to the hoop. I mean, and if anybody has really taken to Mike Brown's offense, it's Bridges.
Very clear. Yeah. He's one of those guys that looks exponentially happier this year, guys, than he did last year. Now, he was new to the team last year. He took a lot of criticism early in the season. There were fans that were like, 5 first-round picks, they expect more, right?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So, maybe he was listening to all the criticism. I don't know. But he looks – I can't tell you how much more comfortable, confident he looks this year, just talking to him, than he did last season. So it says a lot.
Spike in St. Pete, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, boys. Thanks. I got one observation, and aesthetically it's much more pleasing to watch, obviously. But this goes to you, Alan, more directly because your color commentary's been spot on. The differential on three-point shooting is a little troubling me, a little bit. Now, last year when OKC, I thought they were going to win it this year, not last year, but they took them 7 games, Indiana, who I underestimated quite a bit. And the Pistons I certainly underestimated. And tonight's game is the litmus test. I want to see this huge backcourt that Orlando has. You possibly have the 2 starting forwards for the East playing the wings. And obviously Wendell Carter's playing really good. You got 60 points on that backcourt almost every night. But my
front court.
differential...
You're talking about front court, yeah.
The differential on the threes is troublesome to me. It's dead even. It's .05.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't addressed that issue. Now, again, it's aesthetically pleasing. There's been more bounce passes in the first 10 games than there were in the first 30 last year. I watched some of that crap. And it's, like I said, it's aesthetically pleasing. But closing out on the 3 bothered me. And last night, can you run some time off the clock when you have a 20-point lead, 15-point lead, instead of chucking them up right away? That's the stuff that bothers me, and that's going to separate the wheat from the chaff in the playoffs. What do you think?
Well, you're right on those observations, and I think that's why when you're 10 games in with 72 to go, you can say these are tweaks and things that you can fix. The hardest part to me was the continuity, right? Understanding cuts and timing and rhythm and reading each other and the willingness to pass, which you could say it's easy, right? We all say just pass the basketball. But I'm telling you, from 25 years covering the NBA, there are literally guys who count their FGAs and during a game will say, I ain't passing it because I got to get my shots. Instead of saying, this isn't my game, they're doubling me or the defense is allowing that guy to get open, so that's his game, he'll get the shot. There are guys that literally don't care about that. We can win with me shooting. I don't have to do that. So you have guys willing to do it. That was all important to get to that point. And it looks like they're getting to that point. Now, the rest of it is all fine-tuning and reminding. It's as simple as that. I just don't know if they're tall enough still. With Mitchell Robinson, yes. But the problem is he's playing 16 minutes a game. He's not playing every game if it's back-to-backs and stuff. And I just worry. Yabusele was somebody they added, and he's barely playing. And when he's out there, he's not really a center. He's 6'8". He doesn't look big enough. So I wonder, do they still need also, when somebody called about a backup point guard, I also feel like they could really use another bouncy 6'11", 7-footer off the bench.
Donnie, were you familiar in recent history with saying FGAs?
No.
He dropped it last week. I'd never heard it before then. FGAs. I
Oh,
figured.
you want me to say shots? Is that better for you? I'm sorry. It's just a thing.
I don't think he was being critical.
Have you ever met a more sensitive
if
person in
anything,
your
he
life?
might have been complimentary.
I
that
just
you've
didn't know
opened
it.
this door for us.
You're a basketball
I
man.
didn't know it needed to be open, and you opened it.
That's it.
And I kind of like it. It's
Okay.
a room I haven't been in before, so I'm just getting a feel for it.
Well, I'm just taking a look around and going, "Hey, am
No,
I the
no,
only person?
please.
Am I the
Come
only
in.
person who didn't know that they served FGAs here?"
I love to bring you in this room and be my guest in this room. It's a fun room to be in.
No, listen. We have a basketball man on the show now. He's dropping FGAs. I know SGA. I didn't know FGA.
Yeah.
Now
I know
you can
CIA.
You can talk SGAs, FGAs all day long.
Right.
How common is FGA? Are people dropping this a lot? Should I be hip to this?
I don't know if it's like a common thing. It stuck with me one time when I won't name players, but when I was in the locker room and one player, Knick player, said to another Knick player who was a new guy who in his first game was just jacking him up.
Yeah.
He walks up to him and he's just like, he introduced himself and he was like, "I already know what you're about, man. You're all about them FGAs." And
that was it.
And then he walked away from him, but that was a tense moment because it was almost like the alpha thing, like yeah, okay, you put up shots. I didn't play in that game, but let's not forget whose team this is. It was pretty.
Wow,
funny.
I went and my fingers hovering over the name drop button right now, but he won't.
But I'm
say
not
it.
doing it. I'm not giving you a name.
Not giving you a name.
Sitting right.
But he was so impressed with it. Now he wants to make it his own. He's taking
Stuck
it back.
with me. It's like when Canty said "blood in the ground." Then I say it all the time now.
Your blood in the ground.
I
Crazy.
always gave you credit for that.
No,
it's a Cantyism.
Yeah, I've heard Canty do it. That is a fair
And I was
point.
hoping that after the kicking back on Monday, that urine in the ground would actually
Urine in the ground was
make
big.
a run.
Freddie.
That actually is an all-time lie.
I gotta find where that fits because blood in the ground suggests that you're somebody that's invested in the thing. Maybe somebody that's not all that in.
You played there, but you really didn't
Yeah,
like
you're not
it.
all that in. You know, he's got urine in the ground. That's why it's
It's like, yeah, he was
it's
there.
not working there.
You just live in filth.
He was there. He didn't like being there, but he was there.
Yeah, it's like Shaq in Boston. Like, yeah, it was more urine in the ground than blood.
It wasn't blood. That's too serious.
All right, Booger McFarland. He's going to be joining us next. He, of course, is
He's
our
got
weekly,
boogers in the ground.
On Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. Talk a little foosball with him on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys.
I like when he holds it.
The Knicks host the Magic with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 6:30. Rangers visit the Lightning with coverage on 1050 at 6:30. And the Devils will be in Chicago to face the Blackhawks at 9:30. It feels odd I'm not doing the game, but it's a TNT vehicle. By the way, I've been told, little whispers, that 9:30 is a rumor. It's probably going to be more like 9:50. Because they're not going to drop the puck, I think, till the Lightning and the Rangers are over. So that's a late night for you Devil fans out there. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly, and we enjoy talking to Booger McFarland at 4 o'clock every Wednesday, and he joins us here on Alan Hahn and Rosenberg. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's good that you guys make a lot of money. I can tell with all these commercials.
Yeah, because that's what they do in radio.
Right
they
in our
give it
pocket.
all to the talent.
Mm-hmm. We make every
I don't know
dollar.
if they give it to the talent, but I don't know if they give it to the talent, but I sure as hell had to listen to a lot of them just now.
Come on, I hear you. Listen, I got to listen to them too. But this is how we make our money, so we're trying to get by.
Boog, there is a mute button,
I mean, but
Wow.
I don't want to be unprofessional, and then when you come back, I miss you. So that's therefore I didn't hit the mute button.
See?
So there's always a little suffering before we have some fun.
And then he has to get through the segment,
and
too.
then and you will, and because there's so much to talk about. And I guess the best place to start, Booger, is what the Giants did back on Monday. What'd you think of how it went down, and that Daboll was the only one that was let go at this point?
Well, I wouldn't have done it, but Mayor and Tish family decided it was time to do it. They did it, and good luck to them finding a new coach. That's number one. Number two, I think I, like a lot of people, were surprised by the fact that Joe Schoen was not only was he going to stay, but he's going to be allowed to pick the new coach. I wonder how many pictures does he have on the family? Is he holding something hostage? Because last time I checked, you were held liable based on your hit percentage. Now, every GM is not going to be perfect. Matter of fact, none of them are. But I think you'd like your general manager to get more right than they do wrong. And I don't know as of late if Joe Schoen has done that. And I think, you just look at the kind of the most glaring deal. Look at the talent that's left the building. Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, they're flourishing elsewhere. I don't think that was a feather in Brian Daboll's cap, nor was it one in Joe Schoen's cap. So it's a bad situation. I think the Giants have talent. Dart, Scatterboo, Malik Neighbors, 2 of the 3 are hurt. The third one's in concussion protocol. Defensively, they got a lot of good players in the front 7 on defense. It's going to be a desirable job. Now, you got to figure out which guy is best fit to come in there and do what the last 5 guys couldn't do, which is win to the level that Tom Coughlin did.
So we saw the Patriots get Mike Vrabel, right? And how that was such a perfect fit, and now how that franchise looks like they're back on track. Who would the Giants' Mike Vrabel be, and how much do they need to bring in someone with a resume versus somebody coaching for the first time, which is what they've been doing over the last couple of years since Tom Coughlin?
Well, I don't know who the Mike Vrabel is. I think this is going to be one of those coaching cycles that's really not as fruitful. Like if you're looking for the past coach who was successful, who's sitting out there right now, probably be Mike McCarthy. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won at a high level. He's won everywhere he's been, Green Bay and Dallas. He understands the NFC. That's probably the guy most similar to Vrabel, when you look at the characteristics or the commonalities of former coach that's won, that's a program builder that's been there, done that. Quite frankly, I think the Giants need somebody to come in there and be A, accountable, B, very forceful. There's a certain personality that works well in New York. I'm not saying that you got to be an SOB, but you got to have a lot of that in you to deal with you guys in the New York media. But more importantly, like when you play in New York, man, like it's a tough city. Like it's a rough. It's going to be a rough game. The weather's going to play a factor. Your team needs to be physical. Your team's got to run the football. Like, I don't think you bring in, and I'm just throwing this out there for a style. I don't think you bring in Sean McVay to New York, if you know what I mean. Like that style of offense or that style of coach, I don't think works in New York. Like you need somebody rough and tugged in the Big Apple. Who that is, I'm not sure. I think the Mara family, the Tisch family, and Joe Schoen better figure it out, though, because this will be, coach number 5 since Coughlin, and none of them other than, Joe Judge have had a particularly decent record.
Well, I guess Kafka now realized or was able to make the decision to have Jameis Winston play because it's been pretty clear, Boog, that Russell doesn't have it anymore. It has not looked good. So this week we'll get Jameis Winston to start. After that, assuming Dart comes back, how much more and what do you need to see from Dart this second half of the season?
Well, I need Dart to play a little bit more under control, and I think the play caller can help him. Like calling 10 design quarterback runs in a game is probably not a good thing. If you notice what Buffalo does with Josh Allen, they don't really call the design runs until A, you're down by the goal line, or B, it's a playoff game and you got to win it. Other than that, Josh Allen is not running the football 10 times a game. And so that's number one. Number two, he needs to learn that this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to win the Super Bowl every time you run the football. And so he needs to understand how to get down. I get it. He's extremely well built, and he can take a lot of hits. But he needs to learn to slide, get down, and move on to the next play. The number one job of a quarterback, guys, I continue to say this, and I've said it for years. The number one job of every quarterback is to deliver the football accurately to the playmakers. Yeah, you can run the ball, and that's great, and that looks good, but name me a running quarterback that's lasted. Name me one that's lasted. Even people say Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson never gets hit. He goes out of bounds or he slides. Think about that. So even the quarterbacks that do run the football, like Josh Allen takes a lot of licks, but he's 6'5" and 250. You don't make it in this league running as a quarterback. You make it throwing the football. So I would tell Jackson Dart, if you're going to be successful, it's going to be because of your right arm and because at critical moments, in critical games, in critical situations, you use your legs.
Yeah.
That means sometimes in the regular season, you take a sack or you throw it away. Live the fight for another day.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take that loss for the betterment of the game and for your health. 4 times already he's been concussion protocol. He's not going to start in this game coming up this week against the Packers. So if it's costing you playing time, you're not helping anybody. Talking to Booger McFarland, his weekly spot here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. I don't know how close you are to Aaron Glenn, how well you know him. But the one thing that we've noticed since he got here, Booger, is really contentious with the media, not telling us who the starting quarterback is going to be. Is it a strategy? Is just who he is? Because I don't get the end game. I don't get the end game of playing tough guy with the media when you've only got 2 wins. You just got here. Is it just his personality, Booger, or is there some sort of end game that he has in these press conferences that he thinks is going to work for him in the end?
So let's not group every scenario together.
Okay.
All right. You know, the whole Rich Cimini deal, I think that is a one-off based on Rich's reporting and what Rich did and how he was at the podium. That's one. As far as the quarterback thing, I think, sometimes when you have 2 quarterbacks that are drastically different, Tyrod can run, but he wants to throw the football from the pocket. Justin can throw, but he's probably best running the football. Maybe he just doesn't want to give it to the opponent, like to be able to design defenses to stop either one of them. So I kind of understand that. It's not a big deal to hold it. At some point, you're going to know. If it forces your opponent to do a little bit more work, so be it. I don't really mind that. I think the whole exchange about Rich Cimini was different. I don't think you're ever going to win, whether you're at college or a pro, going back and forth with the local media. Like, those guys have got to be your allies and not your enemies. I think Aaron will get that. And he's a first-year coach, man. Like, it's not like he's been on the job 10 years. Like, you guys have been doing this a long time. Think about your first year on the radio. How many reads did you miss? How many, promos did you not get in? And you live and you learn, and you got to deal with that feeling of I missed that. And I think Aaron, more than anybody else, understands what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. And if he doesn't, I think Bill Parcells will let him know, since that seems to be his advisor and his confidant, along with Mike Tomlin and some other guys. So I think Aaron will be fine. I'm not necessarily worried about the back and forth with the media. He's learning on the job. He is, and I would challenge anybody out there to go back to when you first had a job and your first year on the job, and how you did and how you performed day in and day out.
No question, and I get that. But the only thing I'd push back is that he played here for a long time, so he knows how the media is. He's got a tremendous PR team there with the Jets that can give him a heads up on how things should be handled. And if you talk to Bill Parcells, nobody worked the media better than Bill. Right? So he didn't come in here blind. That's why I kind of feel like it's a bit of a strategy to show you, hey, there's a new sheriff in town here. I'm not taking any bull. And that's fine if that's the strategy he wants to play. I just don't think it's going to work out for him. But I think he came in with a little bit more information on New York than the average coach would.
I would agree with that. And I think based on the trade that was made and based on them kind of resetting the culture and the structure there, I think he feels like, and I think most people feel like, he's going to be there a while.
Oh yeah.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked if he's not there at minimum 3 years, probably more. So I think he's in this for the long haul. And if he wants to come out and let the lay the hammer down, let everybody know how he's going to be, and kind of set the law, that's fine. As Mike Tomlin would say, it's a lot easier to say woe than sick 'em. So for him to come out and kind of be a little ornery early on and then loosen up would probably come across better than if he were Mr. Nice Guy and then he kind of cracked the whip later on.
Well, on the Jets front, obviously quarterback is still an area of concern. Fernando Mendoza seems like the guy that would be the obvious number one pick. It looks like he's the favorite now to win the Heisman. I know you've watched him play. Is he a number one pick for the NFL? Does he have that kind of game?
I have no idea, man. Right now, if you just think about what everybody, and I do mean everybody, has said. Remember 2 months ago when it was Arch Manning, Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, like this was the best quarterback draft ever. That's what everybody was saying. Now, everybody said has stunk it up this year. Now, all of a sudden, we're finding the next two guys or the next three guys, and they're going to be great. Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Dante Moore. Now, these are the next three. Truth be told, guys, nobody really knows right now until the season is over. You can put the full body of work. Fernando is playing well. He had a really good drive against Penn State the other day, made some big-time throws and some big-time moments. So did Dante Moore. Ty Simpson's playing well. Truth be told, we are so starved for quarterbacks that we are. It's almost like going to a strip club and the first nip slip you see, you think you're gonna marry her. Like at some point, we got to sit back and relax and just let the process play out. I have zero idea what Fernando meant. Like, he looks okay. Am I ready to sit here today in mid-November and say he's going to be the best quarterback in the draft? Absolutely not. I don't know if there's a franchise quarterback in this draft based on where we are now. We'll find out, and I'm sure there's an article that basically said that the NFL can evaluate every position with the best people in the world except quarterback, and I think there's some truth to that. Well, we struggle as a whole evaluating quarterbacks, and so for me to sit here today and say we got this one right, I have no idea.
All you have to do is look at it, like, again, Dart, first-round pick, they're already going to have a new coach for him, right? Cam Ward's already going to have a new coach. Caleb Williams had to get a new coach. Drake May, new coach. Right? Trevor Lawrence has been through coaches. Like, these guys, like a lot of high draft picks have been going through this where they go to franchises that they get there and there's nothing really established. They got to go through the transition. Tom Brady talks about it all the time, Boog, that they rush some of these young quarterbacks in because if you took him number one, he's got to play right away. And sometimes that doesn't work. Look at Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold. Those are the guys that were number 1 and number 3 in the draft. And they had to get to their third
You know what
team.
this reminds me of? I'm gonna tell you what this reminds me of. I was talking to my daughter, and she's getting ready to go to college. She'll be a senior in 26, and she's trying to figure out what to major in. And you know what I told her? I said, go to school for 4 years, find something you want to do. I said, but 9 times out of 10, you may find a job that has nothing to do with your major, and you know what'll happen? They'll train you on the job to do the job.
Yep.
I think the quarterback position is starting to turn that way, man. Like, these guys are talented enough, but if your head coach is good enough, he can train you on the job to do the job. Shane Steichen, Daniel Jones. Looks pretty good in Indianapolis right now, doesn't it? Baker Mayfield in Tampa. Looks pretty good. Sam Darnold looks pretty good right now in Seattle because you have a guy who has a skill set, and now he's being trained on the job by a coach that is a good boss. I think the quarterback position is slowly evolving into that. Whereas if you have enough talent, like a baseline of talent, and you get the right coach, they will train you how they want you to play in that offense. And if the Giants or the Jets, let's talk about the Jets, if the Jets feel like they have the right offensive coordinator, then he can look at this draft, if they have the number 1 or number 2 pick, and say, that's the quarterback I want. I can train it, and I can turn him into a franchise quarterback. Because I guarantee you, when Daniel Jones left, you guys didn't think he would have the Indianapolis coach as the number 1 seed in the AFC. But Shane Steichen, the same guy that trained Jalen Hurts, is training him on the job, and Daniel Jones is playing well. So I don't know if the quarterback position is as much about being a franchise quarterback as it is about being trained to be a franchise quarterback, if you follow me.
Yeah,
I do.
He was going to back up there, right? And then Richardson gets hurt, and he gets the opportunity. Look what he did with it.
But this is a real thing. I can relate. Boog, I have a journalism degree. I didn't do any broadcasting in college, ever. I didn't learn broadcasting. I learned on the job.
Right. One day he'll be good at it.
How's it working out?
It's on
until I make it.
He's on afternoon drive. It's working out just fine.
It's all good. Listen, buddy, as long as you're making that big New York money, and every now and then you show up on Get Up, and you're doing the Knicks games and all that good stuff, I think you'll be just fine.
That's it. But I thought it was you that would take the shot at me, not my own partner. Not Don.
I love that.
Booger, I was setting you up to take the shot at me, and Don jumped in and did it. That shows you what kind of people we work with here in New York. It's ruthless here.
Never assume, buddy. Never assume.
Thanks, Booger.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
Have a good one later, fellas.
Later. That's the great Booger McFarland. Joins us every week at 4 o'clock on Wednesday here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
Now, guys, I got to tell you something. FanDuel is your number 1 sports book for same-game parlays. That's SGPs to you and me, from points and rebounds to threes and assists. SGPs, it's like FGAs or SGA.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or ICUs.
Right.
Or LSU.
Yeah. Or LSD.
Well, there's that
STDs.
Wow, we're all over. You want to do top 5? We did initials last week, but this is like initials plus. So here's the deal, guys. With FanDuel, it's the best place to bet everything. All those same-game parlays like we just talked about, it's all in there in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on all the players you love, all the games you want to be a part of. Official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, and physically present in New York. By the way, FanDuel.com/Peters where you sign up. Your first online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. Now,
yes,
a lot has been said about the New York Jets and Aaron Glenn. Yesterday we never got to the Glenn Cimini audio.
No, and we will a little bit later on.
We should today, right?
Because Cimini has responded. He was on with Kay. I think he was also on with Bart and Carlin.
Oh, wow. So
should we have him on?
No,
I mean,
we got his sound. We're good.
All right, cool.
We're good.
I don't know if
he
you
on
wanted
DNR. Right. So.
All right. I don't know if we wanted to hit
I
the
guess he was having
trifecta.
lunch during Bart and Carlin.
Okay.
We're going to get into this a little bit later on.
Because it was bad. I mean, we've talked about Glenn having his moments. Would you say this was probably the worst one so far?
And that's why I wanted to push back with Booger, because I don't think it's inexperience. You know, you come in here, you played, you've dealt with the media. I'm sure Parcells warned him about it. Say what you want about the Jets. They've got a stellar PR staff that prepares their coaches and their players to deal with the media. I believe, I could be dead wrong on this, Alan. I believe it's all strategy. I think this is how he wants this to go down.
I completely agree. I think there's more to that. Because, first of all, he's not new to this.
No.
I wish because I thought about pushing back on Book, too, because him saying, like, well, you know, it's his first year. Didn't you make mistakes? Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, he was a defensive coordinator for a couple of years, right? He spoke to the media once a week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not this is not new. And so he also knows, but by the way, he's also, if you know people who know him, a great relationship guy. Like, he's not the I don't know the word to use, so I'm not going to say
See,
it,
I just think inexperience.
He's not the guy that you think, like, that act feels like somebody that you would look at as, well, Peter, you say nozzle, right? He's not like that. So I'm wondering if there's more to this, and him going after Rich is bizarre. But I love the fact that Rich, with his near 40 years covering the Jets, is like, you come at me. You come at me. Oh, you better not miss.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that Cimini did this.
Love it. We've got that coming up a little bit later on, but right away coming up, we've got a list.
Okay.
I've got the list. It's Wednesday.
Oh, yeah,
and
baby.
you guys don't know what it is.
No, we don't know a damn thing.
A lot of suggestions were made in the group chat, but I decided to take it on my own and run with it.
Hey, look, Greca, open your mouth.
I'm Jackson Dart. I'm freelancing. I'm trying to run for the first down. I'm trying to do it myself.
Just don't get concussed.
Yeah, well, might be
Please.
too late. Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
We are moving now.
Electric bikes are everywhere. They are quiet and very fast. Teens ride them on the roads, in bike lanes, but also in places they should not be, like sidewalks and parks.
Look out!
When you ride, wear a helmet. Don't speed. Watch out for pedestrians and cars. New York State and your community have specific rules for electric bikes. Follow them. Go to trafficsafety.ny.gov for more info. A message brought to you by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Empower.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a bumper-to-bumper ride on the LIE westbound in Queens, right after Woodhaven Boulevard. A broken-down pickup truck in the left lane. So on the scene, you're jammed there from the Van Wyck eastbound side. Long line of brake lights heading over to Jericho Turnpike in Nassau County from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Worst of it's the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. You're slammed there from the Bruckner on through. Adding to the delays, a broken-down tractor-trailer in the right lane just after the Deegan. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Lower level in pretty good shape. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Holland going to run you 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Talk about stepping up.
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
All right, so a list. I had some ideas earlier today, suggested by our producer, Anthony Pusick. Yesterday was Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday, so some kind of a list around that. But I wasn't feeling that because his birthday was yesterday. So what I did, I wanted to see whose birthday it is. And happy 80th birthday to Al Michaels.
I'm in, okay.
How about that?
How
so
about
I'm like,
that?
We've been a little hard on him the last couple of years.
I'm like, yeah, but both could be true. He could be on a list of great announcers, and I still think he's on the Mount Rushmore. But, you know, when you got a playoff game with a game-winning field goal, and you're like, here we go. You tell me that maybe your fastball's lost a few miles per hour.
A tad.
But that's just me. All right? So I'm like, how about the greatest announcers of all time? I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
How about the top 5 best national announcers right now? Right now, working. Now. So no history. So no Vince Scully, no Doc Emmerich. Right now.
Right now.
Currently working
Voices
right
of
now
the sport.
nationally.
All right, easy one to start out. Let me give you number one. His name's Joe Buck.
I got Joe Buck at 3.
Whoa!
Now, because
controversial.
Joe's out of the baseball business now. All right, does a phenomenal job with the football, no question about it. But he's kind of settled into just football. He's in the top 5 clearly. I'm a huge fan, but I have him at number 3. So we can debate once you hear all the other names.
I think, but I realize
this is my list. Remember?
Oh, so we can't. We're not guessing. You're just going to go.
No, I want you to guess.
No. You said after we can debate after you hear all the names. So
right.
why don't you do that?
No.
And then Peter and I'll tell you who you missed.
Misunderstood. After we hear all the names, when we have the list, we can then debate. But by all means, please. Peter guessed. You should know it's Alan's turn.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm happy to keep guessing, Alan, unless you want to get in.
Well, I mean, again, royalty. Mike Breen has to be on this list.
You know what? I got Mike Breen at number 1.
Oh, number
That's
one?
Well, no, because you know why?
Because you're an ass kisser?
How dare
what
you?
What is that going to do for me?
I don't know.
He's calling the NBA
He
Finals.
got the job, Peter.
Everybody,
he got the job already.
They keep changing the booth. What's the one thing that stays the same?
Mike Breen.
Mike Breen.
There's no question.
Job, yes.
Exactly.
No,
he doesn't need help anymore. Don made it.
It's a totally reasonable. I have to hear the rest of the list first.
All right.
All right.
Because Breen, he's 2 slots ahead of Joe Buck.
I was going to say, a lot of people get on Joe, and I think that's wrong. Who gets on him? Honestly, if Mike Breen was on social media, what are you killing him for?
Listen,
what? Being too good?
Right, exactly. Being too smooth.
I'm
the only criticism I have of Joe Buck, if I may,
interesting.
Here we go.
which is why he might drop a point or two, is the weird stare at the camera while Troy's talking.
I've heard that.
It's
I've heard
just
people say that.
creepy.
I've heard
Stop
people say
looking at me. Look at Troy. He's talking. Why are you looking at me?
I've heard that.
That's the only thing. Otherwise, he's phenomenal. He's got a great personality. He's knowledge, all that stuff.
I'll tell you.
But it's that look towards. It's when he does this. He says something, then he goes like this.
He is so hot inside.
While he's talking, it's so strange.
Well, you know what? The reason I'll give Joe a pass is we've had this conversation many times before, and I've had it with other people. It's all in the eye of the director. Like, I've been told that you engage the camera when you speak and you look at the person speaking when they're speaking. But then I've been told always engage the camera by other people. Like, it really depends on where you're working and what they want.
Okay.
Your video was very disturbing.
So that's where I have. So
right.
Boy, you guys, you've got
Number
two
one
of
and
the
number
top
3.
three.
Yeah,
but
with your
Peter,
guests.
your turn. Your turn.
I know how Don feels about this man.
It's gotten ugly.
Iron Eagle.
Yeah.
I've got Iron Eagle at number 2.
Yeah, see,
Wow.
we hit you in the top
I
three
got to
right
tell you
here.
why. Because
right in the cojones.
Because he is so smooth.
Yep.
He's got a tremendous amount of humor.
Right.
He nails like football, and he does a great job nationally on radio with football and television. He's great in the NCAA tournament. He's been I just
Very
think he is
versatile.
absolutely, to me, if it were up to me, he'd be the number 1 guy at CBS.
But he's not.
He would be over Nance.
Okay. You said his name.
Ooh.
I didn't know if you were
He
saving
did say
his name.
Yeah.
Well, if I say
Hello,
he's number
Fritz.
1, that you know who's number 1 on CBS.
Yeah, of course. Of course we do.
Iron Eagle,
Alan?
I got at number 2. Any problem with that? Any issue?
That's really good.
All right. So our top 3 is Breen 1, Iron 2,
Yep.
Buck 3.
Iron Eagle has a great chest.
Don't know
So,
where that
Peter, don't you believe that there's got to be a hockey guy top 5? He would never leave a hockey guy out, right?
I don't know. I don't know where he'd go, so it's hard to say.
No,
Go
you
for
just-
it. You're
you
thinking
don't know
it.
me at all.
Yeah,
You've
that's
a decade of working with me, and you don't even know me. You look right through me every day.
Well, isn't the person that you would say not? I don't know. Go ahead, Alan.
I was going to go with Schusen.
I have Wischusen as my honorable mention.
I'm surprised at you, Alan.
Yeah, both of you. I'm disgusted with
Not
both
as surprised with Peter.
Thank you.
He's number 4. The
Kenny
guy-
Albert?
Kenny Albert.
Okay. Is
You
that
know
what
why
you meant?
Kenny's in the top 5? Because he is the lead voice for hockey on TNT.
Calling the authorities.
So when TNT's got the Stanley Cup final, he's calling it.
Most
All
people
right.
would probably not know that I could play the piano by ear.
Does
I am
phenomenal on
disgusted with
football.
myself.
Does
Disgusted with
baseball.
myself.
I mean, he's the only one on this list that's all 4 sports. Now, he doesn't do all 4 sports nationally, but he's done baseball nationally. He's done football nationally, hockey nationally. The only thing he hasn't done is basketball nationally, but he's done Knicks.
A lot of Knicks.
I'm disgusted. Disgusted with myself.
You should have.
Short man with a long stick.
That's right.
You've talked about that stick in the past. We have.
Kenny Albert, I have at number 4.
And not to mention coming off of his Frost Nixon-like interview with Trump this weekend. I don't know. I didn't think you'd have him top 5, but he's
Interesting.
great. He's great.
Wow.
So who are you taking out?
Well, there's still
There's
names.
still one more.
Well,
one
how
more.
about?
Hello, Fritz.
I'm not a huge fan.
So didn't even put top 5.
I don't have Jim Nance.
Not even honorable mention, Peter.
Oh,
That's-
no, he would be an honorable mention for sure. Unless it's just my cup of tea. Not everybody has to love everybody. He's excellent at what he does. He wouldn't be doing it at that level, but I don't have him in my top 5, no.
All right.
Too
Is
sugary.
it's his birthday. Is Al Michaels on?
Not anymore.
He did what?
Al's amazing. He's on the Mount Rushmore. If I was going to go history, Al Michaels would be there, but no, I don't think at this stage he's top 5 anymore.
So who does he have as the last national? Can you give us a sport, please?
Yeah.
Well, he does
Specialty.
2 sports. He does baseball and football.
Is it my man from Turner?
Hi, I'm Chris Myers.
Is it Brian?
Well, we deal with names here.
Is it Brian?
Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson?
That's not
BA?
Brian
No
Anderson.
BA?
He's very good.
Joe Davis.
Joe Davis.
Joe
I have number
D.
5.
Yeah.
Had a phenomenal World Series.
Oh, that
Yep.
Dodgers
Does
shill.
a great job with football. We got to see him here in New York with the Bears.
Really good at
and
hosting
the
parades,
Giants.
apparently.
One of the great-
I think he's very smooth. He's terrific. So
I love Joe Davis.
My current top 5, and this better be fonted correctly so I don't get destroyed on social media. Current national announcers.
Current.
All right?
Still living.
Russ Hodges, what's the matter with how come you don't have
How do you
Vince
not have
Scully
Howard
on there?
Cosell on that list?
What's the matter
Moron.
with you? Yeah. Well, you hate the Yankees, there's no Mel Allen on your list.
By the way, it's
How
coming.
about that?
This could be fonted correctly, and we'll still get.
Yeah, you were
this.
getting that no matter.
Don't give everybody that much
You know,
credit.
you're right. So number 5, I've got Joe Davis.
Marty Glickman, Don.
Number 4, Kenny Albert. Number 3, Joe Buck. Number 2, Ian Eagle. Number 1, Mike Breen. Honorable mentions.
Here we go.
Mike Tirico does a terrific job.
Seem to resonate.
There are 3 teams.
I think that's why he's off.
Despite not knowing my name, you talked
fine.
about
Sure.
Nance deserves. Kevin Harlan deserves an honorable mention as well. Although his real national exposure is probably basketball on TNT.
Oh, and the tournament. Yeah.
And the tournament,
He's
too.
so good in the tournament.
Kevin Harlan, I got an honorable mention. Bob Wischusen as well. I love Bob. I put him as an honorable mention. He just doesn't do a ton nationally other than the hockey.
Yeah.
But he's tremendous.
And Sean McDonough does ESPN and ABC as the
Where's
number 1 announcer.
where's
Wischusen's
Gus
right there.
Johnson in the conversation?
He's not. Apparently.
Oh.
Apparently he's not there. He had a bad call this weekend.
Well, he lost his voice.
He lost his voice.
His
but
voice
Gus
blew
is great.
up.
Gus is great, but I will ask you what I always ask
Who you taking
multiple
out?
times. Who are you taking
Taking
out?
out.
I gave you the honorable mentions, and other people probably have their suggestions as well. But of the 5 that I put here, who are you taking?
All right. Respectfully. For me, okay, I'm probably still including Nance. Number 1, I think he's still playing. He's still got his fastball. He's still totally. You may not be into him, but he hasn't lost a step.
Okay.
And also he's terrific with the golf. And I know you're not into the golf,
Not into the golf.
but he's terrific with the golf.
He has the perfect voice for golf,
Right.
Peter.
Yeah,
Perfect
and
voice.
it's I mean.
So who are you taking
it's
out?
the
for Nance?
Masters, for God's sake. It's the Super Bowl
So,
of golf, right?
All right, so you're
every year.
Who are you taking out?
Kenny.
I'll fight you. Because
I'm
because
sorry.
but he does all 4 sports.
I understand that.
Nobody does all 4 sports.
Well,
His dad didn't do all 4 sports. In baseball, they'd have him interview people. He's doing all 4 sports. Who?
Listen,
Nobody else.
no, listen,
He's the only person on the planet. Only one.
It's tremendous. What he does is tremendous. But Jim Nance is Jim Nance.
So what? Kenny Albert's Kenny Albert.
Hello, Fritz.
I got caught between, do I go Albert? And you know what? It was a spontaneous.
It actually sounded great.
And it's a double
That's a
drop.
drop.
Alan, you know why it's a great drop? Because not only is it funny to make fun of Don, but we can use it when we talk about Kenny as well.
But
so
Kenny's on the
it's a
call.
it's a double purpose
Kenny
drop.
Albert.
I had that kind of week. With the Islander game, I had to do the stand up with Kenny, and sometimes I'll just say, Don LaGreca or Kenny Danico, but sometimes I'll throw on Mr. Devil, Ken Danico, and this time for whatever reason, Captain was in my head, so I didn't want to say Captain. I wanted to say Mr. Devil. But eventually, I had to say something.
Captain
so
Devil?
I eventually said Kenny Albert, but Ken
Kenny-
Danico. But it took a second. So people watching probably like, do you not remember who you're standing next to?
That's
Don
troubling.
glitched.
So Don LaGreca with Ken Danico.
With this guy.
But this, and
Hey, you know him.
and then,
You
and then
all
Ken,
know
and
him.
whatever Kenny does, Kenny's like, let's go.
I might need audio of this. I might need to hear
Peter,
this.
you gotta
how
find-
great,
it's
how
very
great
fun.
would it be, though, if he did that? If it was just like Don LaGreca here with this. You guys know him.
I
he
know.
who
He
needs no
played.
introduction.
Yeah,
Kenny or Danny. I don't know his name. I would also say, Harlan is. I know Harlan's
I know,
not for
but
everybody,
I'm just telling you,
but he's
take
great.
anybody out.
He's
Really I
good.
will fist fight you about Kenny out.
I don't want on
And
Kenny.
listen, and you know what's so funny?
It's amazing what Kenny can do, and the fact that he prepares for 3 games in 3
it's
sports.
It's amazing.
All separate, and he'll do them all in one weekend. And it's like he never turns it off. It's unreal.
Right.
His stamina is unreal. His ability, his knowledge, his ability to remember things. Like, he has elite skill set to be a broadcaster.
Well, That's my list. It's my list. Is it biased? Yeah, because it's my list.
Yeah.
So have at it. 1-800-919-3776. We've got what I've been told by not just Anthony, but also Kofi tweeted. Very interesting Jameis Winston sound.
Really?
And when you hear that, based on what we know, it's probably pretty interesting. So we're going to hear from the starting quarterback of the New York Giants for this Week 11 matchup with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, and the starting driver for UPS, Russell Wilson, as well.
And it's all coming up. We'll get more into Aaron Glenn. Want to take more of your phone calls as well. 1-800-919-3776. Don Hahn and Rosenberg until 6:30. Then it's Knicks basketball. And a quick reminder, Rangers hockey will be on 10:50, also at 6:30. It's all happening here on ESPN New York.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, so Giants spoke today. Predominantly, their quarterbacks left healthy. Jackson Dart, in case you're late to the party, not playing against the Packers because of the concussion. Jameis Winston is elevated to QB1. Russell Wilson will back him up.
And can I just say before we hear this?
Do it.
I feel very gratified that at least Kafka and I are on the same page. That he is aware that they signed this guy. He's earning a living to be there. And the current man they had playing quarterback does not have NFL quarterback in him anymore.
And I will tell you, this is, and again, I don't know anything that's going on. But let's just say, in that room, it was known that Daboll had no intention of playing Winston.
Yeah.
If I'm Kafka,
immediately you're going to Winston.
I go to Winston. Because if Winston plays well, that's just another sword, another dagger towards Daboll of, hey, here's a guy that can play. He had no interest in playing.
But I mean, do you think it's coincidence that it's the first choice they make?
Well, but to Peter's point, Russell Wilson's making business decisions.
He gives you no chance to win.
I mean, he's dressed, right? I mean, he's on the sidelines. He's engaged in the game. He was yelling at Daboll to go for it on fourth down. Like, he's saying all the right things. He's there. It's not window dressing. At some point, why not play him? I mean, why? How do you do it? How do you, even if he can't play, how do you trot Russell Wilson out there against the Green Bay Packers? A home game, Russell Wilson doesn't have it. Outside of that Cowboy game, which he ended up costing the game the way he played in overtime. But I thought you made a great point about business decisions. He's not going to make any sacrifice. He's not going to go out there and get hurt at this stage of his career. He'll play, and if it's there, he'll take it. But he's not giving you anything extra. Winston may. Now, he talked about when he found out that Daboll was fired.
All our teammates that attend weekly Bible study, that's when we got the news, and I'm so happy and grateful I was in that position because I was in a state of gratitude and of deep listening. Like I said, it happened so fast when the decision was made and we were made aware of it that I really didn't have time to really think. I just thought, okay, there's a seed of good in everything. And I immediately just thought about how grateful I was for Brian Daboll of believing in me to seek me and give my family a chance to be in New Jersey and New York and experience this. And now I'm the starting NFL quarterback.
And getting a chance to play against the Packers. He's happy for Kafka and grateful for Daboll.
He's poised. He's very poised on the sideline. And don't get me wrong, this is a very challenging situation because I would not be here if it weren't for Brian Daboll. And I am so grateful for him and the opportunity that he afforded me to come to New York and do what I love. So I'm happy for Cav, but I'm thankful for Brian Daboll and what he has done for this team. I know how the business goes, and I've been in that position before, but I'm extremely grateful for him, more importantly. And I'm excited for Cav. Just like as a quarterback, you want opportunity to lead the team. I know he's been waiting on this moment, preparing, not waiting, but preparing for this moment to be a head football coach, and I know he's going to do the best that he possibly can.
So he's checking all the boxes, right? He's grateful for everybody.
He's so positive, man. It's unreal.
Yeah, and
it's so great.
This has not gone the way he thought it was going to go. You can understand him being bitter because this was not where he thought his career was going to be. but he's grateful to still be hanging around. So what are his goals going forward?
In times like this, it's just action. Who's going to focus on being the solution? Who's going to focus on doing all that they can do to be the solution for this team? And me, I'm just taking it one day at a time, one play at a time, and I'm encouraging everyone else, just do your best. Like, that's all the fans want. The fans just want us to come out there and do our very best. And when we come out and execute and do our very best, we're a tough team to beat.
Well, he's saying all the right things, man.
He does that. He's a team guy. It is interesting, though. I mean, Daboll wanted him here and had zero use for him.
Yeah, because there was opportunities to play him, especially after what you saw in some of the games.
I think he wanted him here for everything you're hearing right now.
Yeah, probably.
That's great team guy. He'll never be a problem, right? All the things that, and he's probably good in practice and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'll be damned if I'll put him in a game and have him turn the ball over, because Brian Daboll, there's a lot of things he hates. I don't think he hates anything more than a turnover.
Well, he should. He should hate watching Russell Wilson play football.
I'm with you.
That was the worst.
Awful.
He has, in multiple games this year, played non-professional football. You had no chance to win. When they gave the ball back to the Giants late in that game, if you were a Bears fan, I wonder if they knew. There's no chance. Not a chance in hell they could. Whereas if Winston was in the game, even if it's just backyard ball, Winston could give you a shot.
We're going to find out. I mean, the Packers do have a good defense. It's their offense that's really struggling, but Giants shouldn't have to score a ton of points. Packers are really banged up. They don't have any healthy wide receivers, but there's going to be a really good defense he's going to have to face. Now, Russell Wilson, how did you react to finding out that Winston is going to start instead of you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to play, but also, Jameis has worked his butt off, to give him a great opportunity. He's a guy who's played in this league for a long time, and he's one of my closest friends. I know he'll do a great job. I'm going to help him prepare the best way possible. I'll be ready to go, and all that. And felt ready to go last game, obviously, and I got us all the way down to the 1 inch yard line. We didn't get it, unfortunately, we didn't go forward, but it's part of the game, and we thought we were going to win the game there and field goal and all that, but it didn't work out. So I know with Jameis, though, he works his butt off. Like I said, we have great dialogue. He's a great teammate, and his work ethic.
Sounds like a good quarterback room. It really does, which is all good for Jackson Dart to be around guys that have healthy attitudes, because let's face it, there's a very good chance, guys, that Russell Wilson may not dress the rest of the season. Because if Dart comes back and Winston plays well, he becomes the backup to Dart.
Not even
They're probably
well.
not dressing three quarterbacks.
All Winston has to do is walk on the field, not vomit on himself.
Right.
And play professional football, and it will be the two of them.
So give Russell credit for saying all the right things when he may have played his last game in the NFL.
Probably, yeah.
Or
at least here, yeah.
Or here. Asked if he still wants to be in New York with how the season has gone.
Yeah, I mean, I love it here. I love my teammates. I want to see us turning around. I know God's got a great plan for me. I don't know what it is today, this second as I stand here, meaning that, I just want to wake up and have a great practice today. That's why, I wanted to have a great practice today, zoned in on that. And, I want to see it through. I haven't asked for a release or anything like that. I want to be here, but I think for me, I just want to get better every day. And I still want to keep playing football. I love it, obviously, and I feel like I still got it. So that's what I want to be able to do.
Now, I know we've accused Russ of being a bit awkward, strange at times, but, he's handled this situation well. And, again, he's saying the right things because, God forbid, if Winston gets hurt in the game against the Packers, he might be right out there again, playing because Dart is not going to dress against Green Bay. Now, this is what we've been waiting for. Jameis Winston singing.
Finally made it, huh? Finally made it.
All right.
That's Jameis.
And what
I think Sneaker did that song in 1983.
Yes, I think.
Finally made it, huh? Finally made it.
Beautiful.
Sounds familiar.
God bless him.
Finally made it. Find that, Jacob. What he wants fans to know about him.
I'm going to do my best. Obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old, and I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference, if y'all don't know. Yeah, 10-year reunion.
And I have not seen Hamilton, but you have. Wait, Peter.
You haven't seen Hamilton yet?
No.
You could write a book on the things Don hasn't done or seen.
Oh, really?
You know what Don just asked? I was thinking about a new segment for the show called What Don Hasn't Eaten. Don just looked, eaten. Well, I'm not talking about that, but because that would be more appropriate for another host on the station. But,
Yeah, and well, number one with a bullet for me.
But so I'm sitting here eating an acai bowl, and
I didn't know what that was.
He said, "What is that over there?" And I said, "It's an acai bowl." And he's like, "And what might that be?" And then I said, "It's acai." And he said, "Well, what's acai?"
Oh boy,
I didn't know.
He said, "Is it you take an aso and an IE?" He literally said that to me.
Yeah.
We said, "Is it an aso and an
It's
IE?"
Aso.
Yeah, don't be an aso.
And then I had to explain, Alan, what an acai bowl was.
Okay.
And he thinks it sounds delicious, and he might go get one from Trader Joe's tomorrow.
I love it. Do it.
But I'm telling you,
Change your life.
Don regularly asks, "What is that?" when we bring food in. He doesn't. We have to do a segment. Don just tries food. Not that you're not open to it. You just don't
I'm
know
not
it.
Kay.
No, he just doesn't know
You're
it.
making him sound like Michael Kay, who doesn't
No, it's actually quite
condiments on anything.
It's actually quite adorable. He wants it. He's curious.
Yeah.
He just has no clue.
Now I'm going to Trader Joe's tomorrow.
I think this should be a spin-off of Carlin's Corner Table.
Yeah, Don tries it Tuesday. You know,
I'm open.
Try it Tuesday.
Yeah, just
acai bowl. And I said, like pliable. No idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Although I'll tell you what, pliable.
Well, I know what plywood is.
Pliable is a complete racket, in my opinion.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Yeah, Alan, they literally sell what you buy at Trader Joe's. They're
Pretty
just
much.
frozen bowls that they drop.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a lot more expensive, I'm sure.
Oh, like $13, $14.
Yeah.
Instead, I got
well, they
one
had
for
to go
$4.
through the process of buying something and then storing it.
Exactly. So we're going to try some
All
different
right.
things with Don. It's
I'm
going to be
open
fun.
to it.
Fun.
All right. Got a ton of calls on the list. Your reaction to the Giants quarterback situation, and a little bit more on Aaron Glenn as well. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg till 6:30. Then it is going to be Knicks basketball on ESPN New York.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Not so great on the BQE eastbound. First in Brooklyn, it's a crash in the right lane right before the Williamsburg Bridge. You're solid there from Flushing Avenue. You stay on the brakes eastbound heading into Queens. A broken down truck in the right lane over by Woodside Avenue. Solid slowdowns on the Cross Bronx westbound heading over to the outbound George. Still have a broken down tractor trailer in the right lane by the Deegan. Traffic is backed up there from White Plains Road. Now another one on the Deegan southbound. Left lane out on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Solid ride there from the West 220s. Inbound George 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Orania 20 to 30. Outbound Hone a 45-minute ride. You stay jammed once you're in Jersey. A crash on the outbound Skyway by the Tunnelly Circle. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Murray to the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-471-9773. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-471-9773. 800-471-9773. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-471-9773 or biglou.com. That's 800-471-9773 or biglou.com.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys. Yeah! Oh, the Flintstone one.
It's Tully time. It's Tully time.
The Knicks host the Magic with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 6:30. While the Rangers visit the Lightning, coverage on 1050 will begin at 6:30 there. Devils are in Chicago to face the Blackhawks. That's a TNT vehicle. That's why I'm not on the call. And that'll be at 9:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey. During today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We never
how
got.
do you feel?
Yes,
how do you
dear.
feel though? Like, is there a part of you that's going to feel like, I don't know if it's jealousy is the right word, but are you going to feel lost? Like somebody else is calling my game?
No.
Like
I mean,
now that you're the main voice, like you've been a guy that has filled in, so you don't own it as much as you own it now. So is there a part of you that's like, national game? Let's, they don't know the team like I do.
Well, here's the thing. I did 15 straight games. This is a 5-game road trip, but it's on 2 legs. So they left for Chicago. They're going to stay over in Chicago and then go right to Washington. I'm going to meet them in Washington. So I get to spend more time with the family. But it's tough to miss a game in Chicago. Chicago's a great city.
Agree.
It's a great building. So that I'm going to miss. But listen, I knew when I took the job there'd be national games, and I knew this one was going to be a national game when I saw the start time, 8:30 local for Chicago. I knew, all right, TNT's going to pick that up at the second game of their doubleheader. So, but I'm good. Coming off the West Coast trip, we got another trip next week. I'm going to be in Tampa and Miami. So it's a nice break. So I hear what you're saying, and I always hate missing games, but I think it came at a good time.
Yeah, you
relax,
need it, right?
chill a little bit,
You don't mind it. But there will be a time during the game where they're going to say something you're like, that's not right. You can't help it.
I think
you can't help it.
You're
going to be like, no, that's not right. They got that wrong.
I don't know. I asked Brendan. Brendan Burke is going to be on the Lightning game, the Ranger Lightning game. He's doing that. He told me he thinks it's Alex Faust that's doing the game in Chicago.
Oh.
So Alex is a pro. He's going to do everything.
Did he reach out to you, get some notes, ask you for some help?
Nothing.
What? Rucco does that. He's got a nickname. He'll text me. Tell me about your team and all that stuff. Like, he's great like that.
Well, he might reach out
because he wants to have all the prep. But if Alex looks at you like, I don't need to talk to Don, I know the Devils. That's a different thing.
You're trying to Michael K it again. He's trying to stir it up with him and Alex
Listen, the
Faust.
broadcaster thing's real, Peter. It's a competition.
No, it's actually not real. I entertained it yesterday.
Thank you. It's
considering I get made fun of for loving wrestling. We did a pretend thing between Don and Brendan Burke for 15 minutes yesterday. Absolute pretend mockery of a real issue for 15 full minutes. Michael went back and forth. Oh, but he meant that. Don, it was wrestling. It was wrestling without a really deep storyline.
Like a promo.
First, two things. Number one, why ruin it for the listener?
Well, it's today. I didn't do it yesterday.
Burke loved it. He had a great time. Thought it was great. He said his flight was late. It was delayed. He goes, and you guys made it better.
Well, I aim to please Brendan Burke. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we don't need to do it every day now with an Alex Faust beef too.
Well,
no, there's no beef. There's no scoreboard watcher with announcers. Everybody wants to do the best job they can. But again, I know it's fun to come up with fake stuff. There's a bond. We all know each other. We all try to help each other out. It's a fraternity.
Yeah, but there's a part of you that does. Somebody else is calling your game. There's got to be a party that's like, don't be better than me. It's my team.
I don't think. Not even a thought. I think you know what Don's thinking. I think Don's thinking, night home with my kids. This will be nice. They're on the game. Let's see what happens. Right? And I'm missing a weird late starting game.
And with a 9:50 face off.
Yeah. Well, that part. That part for sure.
I hope I hope it's still with everybody. Who knows?
There's no flight home from Chicago. You know what he does when the game finishes? He flips the channel to some random '90s movie and enjoys himself like a gentleman.
Commute. Or he could just DVR the whole thing if he can't stay up late enough. He doesn't have to.
Well, that's probably what I'm going to do because I'm sleepy time Bobos.
Yeah. What time are you sleepy time Bobos?
I don't know how long it takes to recover from the West Coast trip, but when you make no effort and just dive right into East Coast time, like the day I got back, I was up at 6:30 with the kids, taking them to school. So. Listen, I've been no shame going to bed.
No,
not 9:50, but making it to 11 o'clock is a bit of a challenge.
Really, you can't make 11 these days.
It's hard.
Now, pre-West Coast trip, how late were you staying up?
I told you, I give it the weather. So like 11:20, 11:25.
That's it. But at what point did you retire from, staying up late? You're watching movies. You're watching West Coast hockey.
Well, once the kids went to school.
Because now you got to get with the kids at what time?
6:40, the alarm goes off.
And you got to go walk in the room and go, all right, guys.
Got to get them up, got to get them fed, got to get them to school. Then I come back, have breakfast, kickboxing, and then before you know it, it's time to go to work.
By the way, it really is so nuts that you have to go wake up children this early to go do things.
But
it is so ridiculous. I get it.
Not like Jalen's going to be something when she gets older. She's going to be like...
She's ready to go?
It's right till noon, just like Dad.
Oh, she's right till noon.
Right. Mark goes up early. And what's frustrating to me is I got to drag him out of bed at 6:40 in the morning, kicking and screaming. On the weekend, 7 o'clock, he's downstairs already. So it's only 20 minutes. That's what's frustrating. Jalen, I get she'll sleep till noon if I let her, but he's kicking and screaming downstairs, kicking the table.
My motor.
Like he's mad. But meanwhile, Sunday morning, I'll look over. I can hear him. He's got the TV going. 7 o'clock in the morning.
But you don't have to go downstairs anymore. He's down there on his own now doing what he wants.
And he can get his own milk. He opens up the muffins.
Look at that. Finds himself a little breakfast. Look at our little guy.
Yeah.
Making a little breakfast on his own.
Hooking himself up. It's great. Didn't you do that as a kid? You pour out the Count Chocula, put the milk in, lay on the floor, watch
Chocula. You think my mom ever allowed Count Chocula
so Mindy didn't allow it? What's a Mindy breakfast?
Oh my! The sweetest cereal that my mom ever allowed. No, she went one notch further than that. The sweetest cereal I recall ever having in the house when I was young was O's. You know O's?
O's.
Yeah. O's are really
not
delicious.
A great cereal.
No, I'm a big fan.
All right, but
they're sweet. They're like sweet little. They're like Cheerios, Alan, with a little bit inside of them. Has a little bit of a sweet crunch to it. Gotcha. And then when I got older, and I was allowed to make some choices in life, she started letting me have Lucky Charms like a gentleman. But no Count Chocula. What's the one that's just cookies? It's just a bag full of cookies.
Right. Oh yeah,
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Tremendous.
I'm sure it is.
During the day. You go to the box during the day if you want.
I bet you would. I'd finish it in one day.
Oh, it's nothing better.
Now these little mini muffins that they like to eat.
Yeah.
Now the risk you run, he can get his own muffins, he can get his milk out of the refrigerator.
Well, how many muffins are you gonna have though?
The problem is then when you finally do go downstairs, he didn't close the muffins. The refrigerator door is open. So it's like he can do it, but just not well.
You're not impressed with what the results are.
Right. The minute you hear him up, you got to follow him around and just fix everything.
All of a sudden, you're being woken up by the alarm on the refrigerator that the door is open.
He's got a motor. That's a good thing, though.
But does Jalen on the weekend while he's doing that? Is Jalen still sleeping?
Yes.
Out.
You love it.
She could care less.
That is so good.
It's great.
No, we don't obviously but if we let her go, she'd sleep till 10.
Let her sleep, Don.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's gonna be the college party girl. Sleep late.
Oh, yeah, just like Dad.
Yeah, there's that.
Let them sleep though. That's the rule. They grow when they sleep.
That is true, and it's 8 days away, man. It was like different human beings when I came home.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it was different in 8 days.
No,
at
you
this
could
age.
just tell.
She was taller.
You could just tell.
She was more mature.
At this age, really?
Well, when you see them every single day,
right?
8 days away, things are happening. Over
saying
8 days,
different
you're not
things.
going to notice them every single day, but you go away 8 days. If you went and disappeared.
I just did it.
For 8 days.
I did it, but Maya's
at
tiny.
this stage, there's a lot of I don't know what the age is, but they're going to get to a point where in 8 days, it's like you
So
could be a
in terms
different
of
human
what
being.
the things they're saying,
they looked physically bigger.
Hold on. This makes no sense, Alan. Alan, talk to me for a second.
I'm listening.
You're telling me it wouldn't make more sense from a physical standpoint that I left Maya for 8 days at 9 months versus Don leaving his 7-year-olds for 8 days?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you would think that Maya, there'd be something dramatically different in 8
Physically.
days.
Yeah.
Because there's so many tiny milestones that she's
But
dealing with.
I never went away for 8 days.
So you
when
don't
I
know.
was young.
Well, I mean, but the way
that's
Don's
what's
describing it, he left his
It's
7
like
years
Don
came back
came
and
home and he's
Mark
like,
had a
oh.
mustache.
Don came home. It's like, oh, Jalen, you change your hair?
I know,
You do something different with your hair?
Marco's smoking a heater, standing on the front porch in his underwear, going, "Hey, Dad."
Yeah.
He's got a leather jacket on
Yeah,
and a
about time
tattoo.
you came home, you deadbeat.
Oh, you're back now?
Yeah, this is my house.
Nice you to come around. Right, it's my right. I don't know what you're doing. This is my house now.
Little
Get off
subtle
my couch.
differences that are.
No, I hear you.
Before we get back to the phones, we didn't get to it yesterday with Aaron Glenn again playing his reindeer games, but not telling us who the starting quarterback is, even though Justin Fields had a great fourth quarter against Cincinnati, and comes off a win. Now he didn't play well, but I don't think anybody's hankering for Tyrod Taylor to play. But he's playing his reindeer games and all that. And now you've got the injury to Garrett Wilson, and Rich Cimini had reported that he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks with his knee injury. Well, the Jets never said that, and Glenn wasn't saying that. And here's what he said yesterday about injuries.
I'm going to pass on talking about injuries since Rich, he's not here, has all the answers. So you guys can get all the injuries from Rich.
Are you a candidate for IR, or is that not something you want to?
Ask Rich.
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm telling you to ask Rich.
He's not here, though. AG.
Well, you better call him.
No disrespect to you or Rich, but we want to hear from you.
You guys have been here. You guys have been hearing from me, but now since we're just reporting stuff, that I haven't said, then maybe you should ask him.
All right, but you know what? He's trying to set a perception that fans will eat up that Rich made up an injury about Wilson. No. Aaron, clog your leak, okay? Because obviously Rich, who's been around forever, got it from somebody from the Jets. Mm-hmm. So you want to clear that up. All right, so you want to be mad at somebody within your organization that told Rich. Or maybe Garrett Wilson who told Rich. But he sends the message like Rich is making things up. Rich has been around the organization for 40 years. He's one of the best to ever do it, okay? And he has a relationship with Rich. So I don't know why he's got to play these games. And then the fans who already hate the media are going to say, oh, look, Rich made it up.
Yeah.
But what's the end game, Alan? Does Glenn think that these games he's playing are going to help him win games or help him win over fans? Because you know what? The fans might enjoy it because they don't have any love for the media. You lose games, they're going to hate you. You win games, they're going to love you. Okay? So, and the NFL, you're going to have to put out sometime today and definitely tomorrow what's the status of Wilson for the game on Thursday, right?
Well, he's already out.
Right,
He's
out. So
today.
You know he's going to. So why are you playing this game other than trying to make what Rich look bad in the eyes of the fans? I don't get what's the star at the end of the rainbow here. Like what exactly is being accomplished?
First of all, hearing it, was he half joking? Like was it sort of trying to just not having fun with it, but almost like, Rich knows everything. Why don't you just go, like being sarcastic? I don't know. Did Rich take it personal? That's what I want to know. I didn't hear what he
because
he
was
today.
on DNR earlier this morning. Not sure why Glenn would call him out.
I don't know where the motivation came from doing that. I like Aaron Glenn. When they hired him, I applauded the move. I thought it was a great move, especially to bring back a former Jet, but he's made a lot of questionable decisions. And I'm not sure what the upside of that yesterday was. How does that make him look good or the team look good? I don't know. That's something that normally, look, it's not the first time I've been called out by a coach. I mean, you do this 37 years, you're going to piss some people off along the way, but a lot of times coaches would text me or call me and we would talk through an issue. He has my number where, I'm always willing to talk, but that's why it was very surprising that he did that yesterday. But I don't know what pushed him to that point.
He's obviously mad it got out because Aaron Glenn sees some value in, New England not knowing who's in and who's out. I got news for you. I don't think New England's that worried. They're a 12.5-point favorite, okay? And I think they can do their own homework and realize that Garrett Wilson wasn't going to play. Didn't play in the second half of the game. It's a short turnaround. And as far as whether it's Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields, does it really matter? So he's going to say that it's all about gamesmanship, but 5 minutes later, your organization announces that he's out. So why be mad at Rich? Be mad at the leak. Somebody leaked it to him. Clean that up, Aaron.
Or why does it matter? Just keep it moving.
It's not even a thing.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
As a reporter, as a guy that's been in the league, he's not new to this. He knows the NFL. As a player and a coach, he was coaching for a long time before he became a head coach, right? He put in at least 10 years before he got this opportunity. He knows that the job of reporters a lot of times is to get stories, is to put stuff. So when somebody put something out there, and in the back of your mind that it's true, why are you that's the game. We all do it. That's the part I don't get. That's why I don't know if he was trying to be sarcastic, wise ass about it, and it comes off as he's actually really mad when in reality he's just probably breaking balls. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing.
But I tend to believe that that's not the case because he's been like this really since the season started, of just being contentious with the media
from time to time. Because there's other times that we don't see. That I've seen, because I've tried to keep up with a lot of his press conferences, which is the wonder of YouTube, where you can see everything if you want. If you really want to put in homework, all you got to do is just go there, and all the press conferences are there.
Right.
And there are days where he's just very easy to deal with. Not jovial because they suck, but
right. No, I get that.
He's just he does the back and forth. He's respectful with responses. He acknowledges things that he can't tell you or can't say or doesn't know. It's very boring.
Right,
but there's these moments that we jump at because from the very beginning, he's kind of been like this he tried to do this from the start, then he backed off it, and this just kind of brought it back. And I don't blame you, Don, for questioning it.
Yeah, I was curious about it, but Mike in Bayshore has a theory. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Mike?
We like theories.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. When I heard Glenn giving that press conference, it seemed like he was mad that Rich knew the stuff. He never said "Oh, Rich made that up," or
right.
I don't know where Rich got that from.
Right.
It sounds like he was upset that someone leaked it. Remember Salah's thing where he took everybody's phone to see who leaked the stuff about Zach Wilson?
So true.
I think,
Mike, that's good.
I think
that's a great take, Mike. See, Don, I think Mike's onto something there.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing the point. Is he's using Rich. And he's kind of using Rich in that way, but he's not as mad at Rich. He's saying well, why didn't you hear from me? Rich knows, meaning somebody's telling him, and somebody from the inside's telling him.
Well, get to the bottom.
So why am I here at the podium talking to you guys when we have other people that are giving you information?
Well,
that's what he should have said. But
it didn't come off that way.
He did it in a way where he just kind of used Rich as the way to get to that point.
Yeah, but it ends up sounding like he's just mad at Rich. It doesn't end up having the effect.
Yeah, but
maybe internally it did.
Yeah.
We're on the outside. Now, obviously, guys, you know that FanDuel is the number one sports book for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Steve in North Fairfield, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up, man?
I love the list. Love the idea. I'm always breaking down with my friends and my kids, analyzing. Just always loved analyzing and talking about announcers. Love Breen. I'm from Yonkers, just like Mike. Love the Knicks. Can't have him number one, especially a guy who only does one sport. Love your top three. I just have them a little different order. Buck's the best. I know he's not doing baseball anymore, but smooth, knowledgeable. Just two, if you guys have the stomach or Kenny Albert, I know what you're saying, Don, does everything. No one does that. Little robotic for me, though.
Agreed.
And he's not a good ad-libber, man. When he's with Clyde comes back from St. Croix, talking about vacation, Kenny will just go, that's a third round of Magic, Clyde. And Harlan should be doing the 8th race at Belmont. Harlan, I cannot stand. He makes me nervous.
Wow,
And
see?
I don't like Harlan. He's exciting, but
People say that,
he just doesn't seem like a real guy to me.
I will tell you that play-by-play is definitely an acquired taste. You know, there were people that hated Doc Emmerich, and I can't even wrap my mind around that, but there were people that just didn't love how he did games. And it's just that's you're not going to be able to please everybody, whether it's the style or certain things that they expect. Yeah, maybe Kenny isn't your cup of tea. He is for me.
Kenny's
but
too
Jim
robotic.
Nance is not my cup of tea. So it's all going to be in the eye of the beholder. I think we can all acknowledge all these guys are great. Otherwise, they wouldn't be getting national exposure, right?
Yeah, it's about what your style is, and I like someone with a little personality. You like Marv. Marv wasn't nearly as clean as Kenny, but he had a different kind of wit, sarcasm, subtlety, humor, that kind of thing.
I will tell you just for self-analysis for me.
Go ahead.
Is because people have been critical. I'll make my share of mistakes because I think that what I like, I'm enthusiastic. And I think a lot of people that are enthusiastic about what they do that maybe aren't as buttoned up. And then the other thing is, if you're really buttoned up, you may not be as enthusiastic.
Right.
The great ones can do both.
That's right.
Where they can be enthusiastic, but they still nail every single call.
Mm-hmm.
And those are truly the great ones. And sometimes it's hard to get everybody to agree because, like, hey, when I was thinking about doing the Nationalist, you know who's somebody that is renowned? He's no longer with us.
Okay.
Dick Enberg. I wasn't a huge fan.
Too robotic?
Yeah, I just felt he was too hokey.
It was hokey.
For me, I felt but listen,
nasal.
he was great. He before he died, he was doing the Padres. Like, he worked forever, and he was great. But for me, it just, I used to always go to this. He was doing a Thanksgiving game because I guess it was NBC. So NBC had the Lions and somebody. And it was a father and son watching the game in Detroit.
There's a commercial or something?
No, it was during the game.
They showed it.
They showed a father and a son. It was like a 5 or 6 year old kid. He was on his dad's shoulders.
All right.
He's like, "Oh, Thanksgiving, where kids dream and parents remember." And I'm like,
right.
Like, I was like,
but you remembered it to
but
this day.
I read to this day
Right
because I felt like
it stuck with you for 40 years.
That's a little. It's Thanksgiving. All people are doing is just stuffing their face. Okay, if it was Christmas, I'd say okay, that's where But again, I'm sure there's people that love that. I didn't love it. There's people that probably love what I do or hate what I do. It's definitely an acquired taste. Play-by-play.
It's the play-by-play thing for me, and it's all personal. Everyone's subjective on it. To me, it's, are you able to be really clean while also slipping in your personality? That, to me, is what separates the special.
And there are
special.
people that hate that. Like, some people don't want personality. They want the facts. Give me the call. I don't care what you think. I don't care. But there are people that love.
But they don't know.
You will never get a unanimous vote about any national broadcast.
There is not.
Never.
The closest to it, I think, is Breen.
Yeah.
Now, I don't live in the NBA circles the way I do with the other sports. I'm sure he probably does get killed on social media.
Well, everyone
but Joe
does.
Buck got destroyed. Like, everybody, they'll be hit or miss. I never hear a bad thing about Breen. So maybe he's mastered it in some way, but it's very rare that you get a consensus. Oh, that guy's amazing. Like, my wife hated Vin Scully, thought he was boring.
What?
Yeah.
No, I could see thinking Vin Scully was boring.
Boring?
Yes.
I almost divorced her. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me?
No, I love him. I love him because I like old-timey sounding baseball guys, specifically baseball. But I could see how someone's just like, it sounds like someone's grandpa, like telling stories. I get why we don't want to hear it.
But it's like anything.
When I got here and first heard Sterling, I was like, this is the Yankee announcer? I was shocked.
He's definitely
that's who the
one
Yankee
where he was
announcer
an acquired taste.
And does not sound typical at all. And I was like, this is the New York Yankees. He was so loosey-goosey and kind of goofy.
People love him.
But people are also like, again, that's then the person that wants the broadcaster to be perfect, and you make mistake. Like, John often made mistakes. which is what made Susan so much
I was
fun
gonna
next to him, because Susan would correct him like immediately, like they were an old couple, and she finished sentences for him, right, or corrected him. It was always, that's what made it entertaining.
Susan was the true star of that booth. Is that a
well,
hot
we
take?
all know this.
Is that a hot take, Anthony?
That's not a hot take.
That she was the true number one in that booth.
Absolute superstar.
Yeah,
No,
she jumps off the page. Sounds so New York. I know she's not from here, but she sounds. There's something about her that's so here, and so she's so on point. But yet, but like I said, but her personality. It's not that she's goofy and makes jokes, but who she is seeps through into the way she does it.
Yeah, there was something just fun about that, how that broadcast went. But like I bring up Gary Thorne all the time. Gary Thorne at one time was, not only Orioles and all that stuff, but Gary Thorne one time was like the lead, was it ESPN broadcaster for hockey for the NHL. Yeah. He and Bill Clement. And first of all, they had chemistry, but Thorne would make icing sound exciting. Like he just had a way with his voice. But a lot of hockey fans hated the fact that he really didn't know the game. That he didn't have a great understanding of the sport. And so there were people that would nitpick. For me, it's about when you can make the exciting moment sound incredible, sound exciting, the crescendo. That's to me the most important skill. All the other stuff, it's like, I'm a sports fan. I get it. If you made a mistake, well, whatever. Yeah, you made a mistake. But I need that because that adds to the entertainment value. Otherwise, I don't need you talking.
Well, next week you may need to do. We got to go to break, but next week you may need to do color guys.
Ooh,
how about that? Top 5 national color guys.
Wow.
We'll see how the week goes.
All right.
But I'm open to that.
Okay.
And I'm open to your calls. 1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you to Knicks basketball at 6:30. ESPN New York.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. we can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Can't catch a break over at the outbound George. They picked up that broken down tractor trailer on the Cross Bronx westbound right after the Deegan, but now a stall in the right lane on the lower level. Still not moving much there from White Plains Road. Deegan southbound still have that broken down tractor trailer on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Bumper to bumper from right after the Mosholu on down. Inbound George, no issues for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Hung, going to run you close to an hour with a broken down car in the tube. Over in Jersey, 17 southbound at a standstill by Hollywood Avenue in Hohokus. 2 separate crashes. Delays go back into Saddle River. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
One 1-800-919-3776, the number to call. The other conversation, guys, I don't know if you saw the reports that the Yankees expect to get Paul Skenes from Pittsburgh, or that he wants to play for the Yankees at some point.
Well, it's the report that he's told his Pirate teammates that he wants to play for the Yankees, expecting that one day the Pirates aren't going to pay him, they're going to trade him. And so where he'd like to go, it used to be Anaheim, right? It was the Angels because that's where he's from.
Right,
but he has now changed his tune, smart, and it feels like the Yankees would be his preferred destination if when that day comes, because we all know that day's coming in Pittsburgh.
But here's the rub, is that this is the last year of the CBA. And you know the owners are going to fight hard for a salary cap to try to save teams like Pittsburgh from having to give up their draft picks, guys that they groomed that become superstars, and then they can't afford them. That's what the salary cap's for, right? And the feeling is that the Yankees are going to be a big advocate for a salary cap because they see what the Dodgers have done. And now the Dodgers have won back-to-back games where the Yankees, who had the third highest payroll in baseball, are like, hey, the evil empire is now in L.A., they had a payroll that was, north of $400 million, and might even be more because now you're hearing that they're interested in Diaz, and that they're going to try to improve because the one thing the Dodgers didn't have was a great bullpen. So, how's that going to work? To where could the Yankees be actually hurting themselves, right? That they might be fighting for a salary cap, and that salary cap might prohibit them from getting a player like Skenes,
right?
Because that's why you have a cap, is for Pittsburgh to be able to hold on to a player like that.
And because you already have, as you mentioned, 3 pitchers under big contracts that are not probably movable.
And you got Judge, and Stanton's got a couple of years left on his deal. So if
but
a
I'm
cap
talking about just pitching. But just pitching alone.
I know.
Think about it that way.
You're already paying Cole.
Yep.
Oh, it's interesting, and we've got some Brian Cashman sound that we're going to play for you during ENN because he spoke. Well, it's interesting because he had a retort for what
Did you say
Boone
Brian
was
Cashman
saying.
sound?
That's right. But are you interested from this angle? I get it, Peter.
Sorry, what? I'm out. I'm back.
No, but I'm with you. Yeah,
That-
he did say something about what Boone is saying.
Right.
Yeah, that is interesting.
What Boone said about how the Yankees are the least analytical team in the American League East. So he had kind of a retort to that, or a reason why Boone said that, and that's going to be coming up.
I'm not saying that
a little bit later
we're
on.
going to play it.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
Yes, dear.
Because I listened to it all. Somehow. And I'm still here.
And it's still awake.
He gave more than Stearns did yesterday.
All right.
By a country mile.
So I won't play the play-out music as fast.
I don't think you'd play it as much.
Okay.
There'll be some that you probably end up doing it, but I don't think you'll do it for every cut.
No, I agree. Listen, we're going to play it. It's going to be interesting, but I am just saying the literal physical sound of his voice.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
And he does know the brilliance of Brian Cashman.
The filibuster?
Is the filibuster.
Oh, no one's better.
Where, you know what? You want to ask me 12 questions. You're only going to get to 2.
Because you only have 20 minutes.
Because I'm going to answer this question as thoroughly as possible and leave you no room for retort. That's kind of the brilliance
He's
of it.
very good at it.
Let's go to our friend Griffin in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, Griff?
Grifter.
The family Grifster.
Good. How are you guys?
What's up?
Don, there's a guy that I think I wonder if you considered him. Kevin Burkhardt.
I consider him a friend. I worked together with him in the fan. I did not mention him in the acknowledgments. I should have.
Honorable mention?
Honorable mentions for sure.
Yeah.
He's called a Super Bowl. He's great. Now, I don't think he's got the history that the guys I have in there. And listen, Joe Davis. He's got the history with Joe Davis. But I just thought Joe was special. Kevin has done play-by-play on football. He's a host with baseball. I gave Joe Davis the edge because he does football and baseball from a play-by-play standpoint. But Burkhardt is amazing.
You know who I talked to today, Grifster?
Yeah, I think so. What? Who?
I like that. What? Flauget.
Oh, the one who plays for LSU?
Drop! That's a drop.
Yeah, Alan, I'm surprised you just got the one who played. I mean, Flauget.
Yeah,
you're really laser focused on Connecticut, huh?
Yeah, he's only on because he was just
not into it. Oh, forget it. Alan, I thought.
I thought you'd get movement on that one, Peter.
I believe we have what it takes to repeat. I think there are teams that can challenge us, but if we play our game, the only thing I'm focused on is playing our game and staying healthy, and I think we can win it all again this year.
Interesting.
Peter, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Peter,
yeah.
Stop your Kenny Albert hate.
Oh.
Wow.
He deserves to be on that list.
Get him.
I'm really getting aggravated with you trying to take him off that list. He deserves to be on that list, and if you continue to do the hate, we should play the little saxophone for you.
Wow.
Get him, Griff. Get him.
What? Good for you, Griffin. Stand up for yourself. I agree with you.
I like it.
I was willing to fight you on Kenny, and it looks like Griff's right there standing next to me.
I'm going to fight you, too.
I like Kenny a lot. He's just not my top 5. I mean, top 5 is a high praise. I like him a lot.
But this is the world we live in.
But Griffin,
you never have a top 5. You're hating him.
I thought that Griffin was like hardcore women's college basketball.
No, he's hardcore UConn.
No, it's
so
UConn.
when I said, I talked to Flauget today, he goes, the one from UConn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, the one from LSU.
I mean, the one from LSU.
And he was
he's one of the most famous players in the game.
Meant nothing to him.
Yeah, he didn't
no
care.
Movement.
By the way, she is a star. She is first of all, she's a great rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Like her goal is to win a championship and a Grammy at the same time.
That'd be cool.
And
wow, anybody ever do that?
No one's ever done that. And
Shaq?
Both times I brought up Shaq with her, he did not win a Grammy, but of course he sold a lot of records. And both times she immediately, no hesitation, Shaq can't hold a candle to me. She doesn't even hesitate.
Love it.
And she's really, really good. But beyond that, she's just so charming and charismatic. She's going to be a really, really nice player for the WNBA in terms of what she brings to the table. In a league that's been gaining stars year by year, she's going to be another good one for them.
Yeah.
I mean, Griffin may not care. He's Paige Becker's out. You know what I mean?
That if she did not wear a Huskies uniform, she
He's got
doesn't
no
exist.
use whatsoever. It's Beckers or bust.
No, the Mets almost had the Grammy and the championship with OMG, Iglesias, right?
No. They almost had the Grammy with where there's a meth man, you'll find a Mets fan.
Oh, boy.
Let's go Mets.
No, but I'm
Wow.
sure was
OMG wasn't in Grammy contention. What are you, a lunatic?
Well, what chart though? Like Grammy has different categories.
You don't think?
I don't think it was near any category.
They don't give.
Of course they do. There's
It
many.
didn't have it wasn't on the Latin Grammys.
I
or
bet
any
you
of
it was
that
up there.
Why
Had to be a
was
Latin
it that
Grammy.
big? The song?
I don't.
Had to be.
Well, it's because it goes by sales, right?
Well, no. That's how Grammys work. Grammys are voted.
But
these aren't Billboard awards. This is the AMAs. These are voted by people who actually like good music. Now I like Oh My God.
Okay. Can you look up and see how Oh My God did?
Did it get nominated for anything?
I don't know.
Did it win any awards?
I don't know.
Oh
but
my
it couldn't have gotten like a Latin Grammy or something.
I don't think so. I mean, listen, I don't
know.
I don't want to step out of school here, but the song sounds like someone's abuela complaining somewhere.
Whoa.
Oh my God. It's not like the greatest song of all time.
But do we know that she's going to win a Grammy?
Flagey? Well, we don't even know. She's just saying one day I'd like to be.
I'm just saying, and
I don't know. But she's a real artist. I mean, respectfully, is he an artist?
Well,
Is
he
he
had
a
a song that was a hit.
All right, just for the record,
Here we
it
go.
was not nominated for a Latin Grammy.
Okay.
There you go. What about a non-Latin Grammy?
Number 1 on the iTunes Latin pop charts in June of 24.
All right.
Debuted number 1 on the Billboard Latin Digital Song Sales chart
All
for
right.
July 20th, 2024.
All right.
So for a moment, it seems like my guess would be the Mets fans really knocked it up the charts very high. That would be my
Okay.
guess there, right?
Maybe.
Well.
But when it came to the voting from the Academy,
Or maybe it was just a good song.
or maybe it wasn't.
I don't know.
Maybe,
I don't,
maybe they
I
liked
don't
it. Stop
really
being
know
a
the
hater.
history.
You got it over there? I don't even remember how it sounds. Is it a good song?
I was a fan of the vibe. I don't
Now
care about the song.
remember, Don's from a household, Alan, where his wife went out and purchased the cassette single for Macarena.
That's right.
So, their choice of Latin music is in question already.
What is he basing it on? Come on, you could feel this. It's a vibe.
I did like this
It's
song.
not terrible.
No, I like it. I don't think it's winning a Grammy, but we could. Why not? It's a
But
good
it
song.
couldn't get a nomination. Not
don't
even a
know.
nomination.
I don't
Come on.
know. But I don't know.
It's not that bad.
I actually do like the Oh My God. I think they should have kept him on the team for the song alone.
But,
Just for the song. Just for the vibe.
It was a vibe. The aura. By the way, here's a question: how have the Mets been ever since he's been gone? How's the
Not
vibe
good.
been? How's the aura been?
It's been OMG.
Now, I don't know. Now, I
God.
don't know what Strange, whatever her name was from
not
LSU.
Strange. Flagey. He went boomerang?
He did go boomerang.
It's not Grace Jones?
I did that on purpose because I know how much you love that.
I love
movie.
Boomerang.
So if there was anybody that was going to appreciate that drop, it was going to be you.
Strange.
But I think she would take not winning a Grammy, but having a song be a hit, and also winning a championship.
Yeah, but listen, she's got some heavy hitters on her album. She got Boss
Do you-
Mandilo on a song.
Don, do you remember what the slogan was for Strange's
Well, I know. I know some of the suggestions she had for the name.
The essence of Strange. You don't remember, though?
Yeah, what was the
It
actual
stinks so good.
It stinks so good.
Come on.
Strange.
Strange.
Afterbirth.
By the way,
The video was horrific.
have you seen the ads for the Eddie doc?
No.
Big Netflix
He was on
doc.
Kimmel, so I knew about the doc because he was one of Kimmel's guests last night, but I did not see the.
Do you realize how much Eddie Murphy? So there's a Netflix doc, which I'm very excited to watch. But you realize how much Eddie is messing with all of our sort of the space-time continuum? Because in your brain, you see Eddie Murphy and you go, good. He's not old. But then you realize that's just how he looks. Eddie's gotten old.
Well, I thought about that because I was just I was taking a lap before I went to bed.
I'm sorry. In the pool?
No, on the TV.
Okay.
And 48 Hours was on.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was 1982. That was 43 years ago.
Crazy.
43 years ago.
And he wasn't 10 in the movie.
He was not 10
No,
in the
he's
movie.
in his mid-60s. No, he's getting up there for
1961. So that's mid-60s.
sure. Yeah, he's 64 years old.
That's crazy.
No, it is crazy. No,
He looks the exact
he looks
same,
No,
thank
he looks
God.
fantastic.
But-
He does look fantastic. And also, you're not going to care. Alan will.
How do you know?
That
You don't know me.
I think yesterday or the day before was the 40th anniversary of us losing Pelly Lindbergh. There's an actual
You were
doc
you were 100% right. Don't care.
coming out on Pelly Lindbergh.
Heard that report on the radio in the morning. Like, I remember hearing it. Like, just as a kid, the radio was on, and they broke in and just reported.
Who's Pelly Lindbergh?
He was a goaltender for the Philadelphia Flyers.
A very good one.
Very, very good.
They might have won, right? Wasn't that the year they went to the finals against the Canadiens?
Yeah, in '85.
And they would have won that thing.
They went to the final against Edmonton, right, in '85.
That's what I meant.
And,
Edmonton.
And they had just won 10 in a row, and they went out, and he crashed his Porsche and died. But he died later on. I think it was really just a really bad scene, and they probably win a couple of cups if he doesn't pass away. But there's a doc on that too. A lot of really good documentaries, and a lot more calls coming up. And ENN at 6. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, 6 o'clock is ENN. 6:30 we're out for Knicks and the Magic. If you want to catch the Rangers tonight, they're in Tampa to take on the Lightning, and that game can be heard on 1050. Let's get back to the busy calls. 1-800-919-3776. Dave's in the car. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up, guys? I want to paint a picture for you, and I think you might see things my way as respect with Dart. Okay?
Okay.
I didn't realize, when I look at the Giants from a 60,000-foot view, they have, unfortunately, ownership. Someone in ownership is very ill. They're pulling away from the Daboll regime to some degree. They've lost Jones, who's playing well with the Colts. They've lost Barkley. They've lost Scatterbull. They've lost Neighbors. And now they have a quarterback who's their future. But things right now, they're a distressed asset. Why am I getting pushback from my friends saying, when Dart's healthy, we got to bring him back this year? Like, it's almost like you don't realize the organization right now. I think the Giants are a little bit in jinx mode. I would not run him out on the turf at Giant Stadium. I think he's a proven pro, but they're really just – I think they're almost putting this kid on a suicide mission if they run him out there after this concussion protocol. What are your thoughts?
But Dave, if you're ready to play, you play. I mean, that's how it works in the NFL. You can't put him in bubble wrap.
Dave has been on this for weeks.
Okay.
He never wanted the kid to play this year. Doesn't want him to play. Didn't want him to play because Daboll was going to put him in trouble. Now he doesn't want him to play. That Daboll's gone. Like Dave, he is a football player.
Yeah.
If he's cleared from concussion protocol, he's going to play. Like, they're not going to sit him just to sit him. If he's healthy and cleared, he will play.
There's value. There's 7 games left.
He wants to play.
Now,
he's not going to want to sit.
There's 6 games left after this week. He's not playing this week. But if he's cleared to play, then he plays. Now, you need to be careful with him. Well, I do think there was an air of irresponsibility with Daboll and how he took care of things. Although when we talked to Carl Banks on Monday, he said there were only 4 designed runs, and we're not even sure he got hurt on one of those. And it's also on him to protect himself and to slide and not go for those first downs, okay? And I'm sure they'll talk to him about that. But when he's ready to play, he plays.
Yeah.
Because you could talk yourself out of never playing. There's still value to him playing as much as possible to be that much better. I think there's a lot still to learn and grow over these next 6 weeks so he can hit the ground running next year. Like, I don't want next year to be on scholarship the first 6 weeks of the year because he missed the last 6-7 weeks of this year.
Right.
Play. Just be careful.
But this has been Dave's thing. He's called up a lot. He's called us our show. He's called up other shows. And this has been his thing all year. He's really afraid that Dart's going to get hurt. Now he wants to blame the turf. He was blaming Daboll before Daboll got fired. For some reason, Dave has really just been on this thing about how Dart shouldn't play.
Now,
and so it's never going to stop. But he's got to play. He has to play. If he's healthy, he's got to get cleared.
I know a lot of momentum has built of how great Jackson Dart is going to be. It's still a work in progress. All right, there's still things he has to learn.
Yeah,
he almost threw a pick in the end zone against Chicago that was dropped that would have been, devastating at the time. He still has to learn, man. Not Dan Marino just yet. I think he's got a chance to really be a great quarterback, but playing is how you get it done. I don't think people realize that. They always give that like, oh, you gotta sit and wait. I'm all for playing. I think if you're ready to play, you play, and if you're not ready to play, you don't play. If he's not cleared from concussion protocol for the next game, then he shouldn't play either. But when he's ready to play, he plays. That's the way it works in professional sports.
You can't throw away experience that's sitting right there for you.
Right.
I mean, if this were even the Jaden situation, name drop, drink, whatever you want to do, and I say that. I don't need him to come back. I don't want to see anymore. The team sucks. They're not going anywhere.
He's a finished product.
And we know what he is.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart has to keep playing this year. And, you want to be safe. And, by the way, Kafka has an opportunity to show maybe some of the desperate bad play calling was the head coach. And you can do it better.
Let's go to Jason in Freehold. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, Mason, by the way. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I know, Don, you're a Giant fan and Peter's a Commander fan. I'm an Eagle fan. I like the Knicks and the Yankees, though, so I'm local. I just have 3 nuggets for you guys, for Don. I like hearing Don's perspective. I just have 3 nuggets, okay? Sirianni, 28-11 on the road. Jalen Hurts, 10-0 against the NFC North. And Sirianni, 61-25, including playoffs in his career. Does this team have a shot at a dynasty? I'm sorry to say this for you Giants and Commander fan, but do they have a shot at a dynasty?
Well, I mean, what is a dynasty? If they win again, that's 3 straight Super Bowls, right? Am I got that right? Because not 3 straight Super Bowls,
3 out of 4
3 out of
appearances?
4. Yeah, I mean, back to back. Listen, dynasties are tough. I still don't think he's that great of a coach, guys. I mean, he just threw out some great numbers, but I think your general manager is the best in sports, period.
He's the best, and the coach, you have to understand, the coaching staff, people have been picking that coaching staff apart, taking them for their jobs.
I know.
So it just shows you, it does show you, though, right? Like, Sirianni might not be a guy that's likable at the podium, but he understands talent, and he understands talent that goes beyond how to use players on the field, but also coaches and how they coach.
You're going to need 2 more in a close. You win the Super Bowl this year and next, and you win 3 straight Super Bowls, that's a dynasty. You win 3 Super Bowls in 4 or 5 years, and we can have that conversation. But
you cannot like him. And we talk about head coach, how important it is to be a CEO, leader of men, and all those things. You can't argue with the results, because there have been talented teams that fall to pieces because the CEO is not strong enough.
But they have done a great job.
He's doing something right.
With the assistant coaches, the talent is just bubbling all over the place.
He's doing something right.
Rosenberg has done an amazing job with getting the talent there, and he's been able to make it work. But he was 2 minutes away from losing his job too, and they had to change the OC and the DC in there for him to be able to save it. But
guess what?
He's
By the
worked
way,
it out.
And to the caller's point, I already think of them as dynasty adjacent. Not dynasty, but when you get to this category of perennially good, an elite team in the NFL,
but dynasty.
No, that's a different animal.
You're talking about Kansas City, you're talking about New England.
It's a different animal. But listen, guys, you know what else is a different animal? FanDuel. Because they're the number 1 sports book for same-game parlays, right? From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is just the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. On the other side of this, a full ENN to take it home on this Hump Wednesday. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have an awesome rest of the night. We've got the Knicks home over at MSG. Really no easy way to drive into Midtown. Packed on both the east and west sides of town. Better off sticking with mass transit. Disney on Ice at the UBS Arena. Just a bumper-to-bumper ride on the Cross Island southbound. Hitting the brakes heading over to Hempstead Turnpike from the Bayside Marina in Queens. Still not so great on the Deegan southbound. Heading over to the outbound George. Broken down Amazon tractor trailer on the ramp in the left lane to the Cross Bronx. Solid ride there from the Mosholu on down. Cross Bronx westbound, just packed from the Bronx River Parkway on through. Inbound George, no issues for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already about 20 to 30. Outbound Hull in about an hour with an earlier stall in the tube. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Ox Spine and New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC, Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg.
Hi. Welcome to ENN.
You ever watch YouTube?
Ray Rowe.
I'd like to start off today by saying good evening to Don.
Kenny Albert's Kenny Albert. Kenny Albert's Kenny Albert. Yeah. It sounds like you know what it sounds like? One of those choked up peanut moments, but it wasn't. Kenny Albert's Kenny Albert, right? I wish you loved the sport like I do.
Yeah, it's almost that. It's bizarre. And good evening to myself.
Well, I aim to please Brendan Burke.
And good evening to Don, Allen, and myself.
I don't know what Strange, whatever her name was.
No, not Strange.
I didn't realize Alan was as big a fan of Boomerang as we are.
Oh, yeah. Of course he is.
That has bonded us together.
He's a man of taste, for God's sake. One of the great movies of all time. Shout out to everyone in the YouTube chat today. I went in there, saw a yo-yo who was attacking me. There's this one yo-yo in there.
How do I go? I never see this. How do you do this?
You go to YouTube.
Okay.
And you ever watch YouTube? And it should pop up for you. I don't know if you're logged in any way. Just it's there, Don. There you go. Now you're there. Now go to home. Tap home. Let's see here. And there it is, right there in the middle for you. See that?
All right. And
tap it in. And there, now on the side, top right, boom, chat up there, top right.
Oh, there it is.
And this yo-yo, Mike Laverde, has just been attacking my Real Late album for the last 20 minutes. I bet you didn't sell as many copies. I bet your stupid COVID album didn't sell what Oh My God sold. What are you taking shots at my little underground album for?
Right, and like 2 years after the fact. 3 maybe.
4. 2021. I made a little niche hip-hop album. It wasn't Oh My God.
Oh, now everybody's saying hello to me, so I know I'm on there. Hi. Hi, Dan. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Shooter. Oh, my God, it won't stop.
Yeah, they love you.
Martin, Don, we love you.
See?
Jason loves me.
How's it feel?
It's interesting. So far, it's good. I'm sure it's going to turn
Look,
at some
ESPN
point.
New York just said hi.
Aw.
And there's Black Metronome. He's always in here.
This is the first time I'm on. I've never even thought to do this.
Yeah.
Then you commented, and I'm like, I should maybe check this out.
Oh, look at you. Well, enjoy it.
Alec has gas.
Maybe you'll be able to read us some fun comments here during ENN.
I got a high Met boy. See, it's funny. It's good, and then
it'll turn. No, it turns quick. Now, what's this, Anthony? What's this Mike McDaniel sound on Dan Quinn? Just them talking about because they're playing this week in Madrid, like you dream about?
No, not exactly.
What do you want to give me a little more?
I would say it's the story that says Mike McDaniel and Dan Quinn on the papers there.
Ah, it's all there written for you. He's mocking you.
You know, you could have just answered. You could have just said it's the third story down, but it's the first audio.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know which story order it was.
All right. See, all right. You know what? Last time I go to Anthony for anything. I'll just have to go dead air instead. Miami head coach Mike McDaniel said he's forever indebted to Dan Quinn.
There we go. Now
Talked about being indebted.
Dan Quinn holds a special place in my heart, in my career. He was there at ground zero when I became sober and supported me and believed in me and gave me the opportunity to continue what I love to do. So for that, I'll be forever indebted to him. I think it speaks to the type of man he is and the type of leader he is that I know really he touches every player he coaches from a true, authentic standpoint. And, I think the Commanders are very fortunate to have him.
I hope he could touch some of the players this week and make them want to play.
Yeah, not good. Not where you thought you'd be.
Yeah, Ballard texted me this morning. Goes, I'm his running back is Jonathan Taylor. He's on bye. He goes, was thinking about picking up Chris Rodriguez. What do you think? I said, I think that they're the worst team in the NFL right now. And I'm not joking around. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being that guy. When you have a team that doesn't look like they're playing at all, that to me is the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you to go with our backup running back. I don't know.
That's a tough game.
Oh, my God.
But you'll watch.
Oh, my God. Will I watch? So here's the question.
9:30.
I don't have NFL Network.
Oh, you don't?
I pay for the ticket. This is one of the terrible things, Don, about the ticket. You pay for the ticket, but that doesn't help me with NFL Network.
Not a thing.
So how am I watching? I don't have it. I'm not paying for NFL Network for the season to see this fakakta game.
No, I would. So I guess do you listen?
I could listen, or I could rake the leaves if I had them. I could try to work on Maya's crawling some more.
Yeah, I just have it on in the background in case something happens. You can talk about it.
What good could happen? What could happen? Mariota turns into Warren Moon, throws for 500 yards. What does it do for me? Does it matter?
There's nothing that's going to be done here, but it's still your team. Kind of want to keep an eye on your team.
I don't like. By the way, what's the line? This is smelling sexy. This Thursday nighter, this COVID Tuesday nighter, is smelling like a bet one of you guys should make. I don't know if I can do it, but you're getting the Dolphins at -2.5. Oh no, they're hot. No, that's hot.
For my daily news picks, because I had to get them in last night. Or early today, I got them in last night. I did pick the Dolphins. I thought about you. I'm like, I'm not going to pick the Commanders the rest of the year. Get less than 3 points. Now the Dolphins are no great shakes either, but they just came off beating the Bills, smacking them around.
They smacked around the Bills. You're telling me they're not going to Madrid to run like the Bulls all over the Commanders?
I see what you did there.
A.J. Brown's unhappy, Don. Nick Sirianni said he didn't think A.J. Brown's continued voicing of discontentment has become a distraction after a video appeared to include the Eagles star telling a streamer some negative things, including saying that things are, quote, an ish show. Here's A.J. Brown on the Janky Rondo Twitch stream. Big fan.
Yeah. Hey, but look, everything be good, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything be straight. You know what I'm saying? Mental good, kids good. You know what I'm saying? Wife good, everything.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Where have you been? No, check it out. You my dog. Like, I still got, you know what I'm saying? I got to check up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like family good, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, no.
Man, everything gonna click, bro. Chat to look. Everything gonna click, bro. Trust me.
That's a bad guy. And I'm going to tell you why. I understand his frustration that he's not getting his numbers. They're not throwing to him. But you're on a team that's got a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Damn right you do.
You keep it. I'm not telling you not to be upset. But when you make it public, what you're telling the world is, I don't care about my team. I don't care about my teammates. I only care about myself. Sorry, that's the way it's going to come across. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I'm not telling you not to be happy about your situation. But you're on a winning team. You're in first place. They're probably right now the odds-on favorite to get out of the NFC and go to the Super Bowl. And I get you want to contribute more to it, but you got to keep it to yourself, man. You got to. Otherwise, you just come across as like, my problems are more important than the team. And if I was his teammate, I'd be disgusted right now. Now, if you're losing, hey, I could be helping you guys out. But they're doing just fine. They had a little blip on the radar screen. They've seemed to recover from that. You're just coming off a win on national television. Man, I understand you didn't play well offensively. Sometimes you just got to shut your mouth, no? I mean, honestly, it just looks bad. How does he not come across as a selfish you-know-what? By making his feelings known, how unhappy.
No, it's unnecessary. The guy just asked how you're doing. You could just go, I'm fine. I'm good. You don't need to say it's an ish show.
Hey, listen, if you're talking to him on the phone privately, like, yeah, man, I really wish I could contribute to this team. It's really a mess.
You mean if
here.
him and Janky Rondo are having a private chat?
But I don't know how making this public is going to help his situation. All of a sudden, they're going to go, I think we should throw the ball to him more. He's unhappy. They know he's unhappy, but there's a lot going on there. But you're winning. You're in first place, and nobody's touching you in the division, and you got a chance to go to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, but you know how it is when you're talking to Janky Rondo. You just, Janky Rondo brings the he's like the Oprah of our time.
The only thing that came to mind if I was on that show would be the answer to the question, excuse me, what'd you say? Because I didn't understand a word.
Oh, the word that was said.
No.
Well, listen, you obviously you haven't studied the works of Janky Rondo, but when you get home tonight, do yourself a favor.
But honestly, since I'm being enlightened today about food,
I have no idea who
YouTube,
this is. No idea.
Okay,
not a clue.
This is not somebody I should know.
I mean, I'm sure he's some Twitch streamer with hundreds of thousands. I have no idea who Janky Rondo is.
Or maybe that's on us.
No, you're right.
No.
Listen, he may be. I heard the interviewing skills. There was something there. We love Janky Rondo. Now let's see what this cut is of Rob Gronkowski saying he's a Patriot for life.
And this means a lot to me, big time, because I'm a New England Patriot. I'm a Patriot for life. My career started here at 100%. Needed to end here. There's no doubt about that.
He signed to retire officially? Is that what that was? He wasn't already retired? Wow.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Don. Talk through it.
He announced on Fox this weekend that he was going to sign to retire a Patriot.
I wouldn't have heard that because when he speaks on Fox, my brain numbs out. Like, I don't hear anything.
I was toying with the idea when I saw this story of the top 5 tools in sports.
Oh, my God.
And that he would have probably would have been there. I mean, listen, he was a great tight end.
One of the best. But when he talks, I think there's not a lot there.
It's a lot. Now
he is the ultimate example of if you were an athlete and you were popular and you can scratch a sentence and a half together, they will find a spot for you on TV.
Now play that cut again.
Here we go.
All right, but listen close.
And this means a lot to me, big time, because I'm a New England Patriot. I'm a Patriot for life. My career started here at 100%. Needed to end here. There's no doubt about that.
When exactly did he get a role in The Departed? He's not from Boston.
And this means a lot to me, big time, because I'm a New England Patriot. I'm a Patriot for life. My career started here at 100%.
Career started here 100%.
There's no doubt about that.
And I'm going to be a Patriot.
Honestly, I mean, do you want him to chop me up and feed me to the poor? Is that what you guys want?
Really? But that's
Hi, Mayor Quimby.
That's Brian Kelly, man.
I'm here in New England
with my family.
We're going to go to war with the Chinese in 20-odd years.
Am I wrong? I mean, the guy was born. The guy was born in Amherst, New York. Went to school in Pennsylvania and went to college in Arizona. I know he played in New England a long time.
You talk about the definition of went to college. Quote. Went to college. What do you think went to college meant for Gronk? He was there. He went to party. Can you imagine the party tricks that guy was doing?
He's irritating.
Oh, he's tough. Nice guy, though.
I don't think both could be true. Nice guy. He's not a bad guy.
No, definitely not.
But
he's just all I think about him is why is he on my TV? But he's a nice enough guy.
Great time.
Oh, look at this. Shane Cotter just said Peter's been unbearable today.
Oh, really?
But is like that every day.
Well, then what are you saying?
So you just
don't like him.
So you just don't like the cut of my jib.
So why didn't you just say?
I think today's been fun. But we're laughing up a storm, having a good time.
What's
you don't like it? Go scratch.
What's interesting is
you ever thought about that, Shane Cotter? Go scratch.
He could have saved himself some time. He just said, why did he say today?
Yeah,
if you don't like him,
you don't like me.
Then are you surprised
today.
He was unbearable today? It sounds like he's unbearable every day.
Why would I be different than any other day?
I think you've been terrific today. I think it's been a fun show.
I don't know. Don, there'll be times when I make a point that makes complete sense.
Oh yeah.
Like yesterday, it's funny when you were making the case for Belichick, and I was arguing against Belichick. I saw someone say in the chat, as I'm making the case for why it doesn't make sense. I happened to look at the chat at that time, and I see someone like Rosenberg should never talk football. Don ended up coming to agree with me. I won the point by his own admission. You know what he did? My argument was strong enough. He looked back and he said, I'm going to punt. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punt. But no one then goes, well, Don's a moron too. Why am I the only moron?
I just think anything you were going to say would come across as moronic because they just don't like you for it. I want to apologize because now that you got me looking at the chat.
Hold on. You want to apologize?
Yes.
Music, please. No, not it.
No, it's not.
No, not it. There it is.
Is Freddie in there too?
Mel in New Jersey has been on hold since the start of the show.
What are you doing to him?
And he commented
Matt, what him?
on YouTube that it's wrong that I left him on hold. But we opened with the Knicks. He wanted to talk about the Nets. When would have been a good time to go to Mel?
Right now. Kind of guy I'm Mel.
I'm sorry, Mel.
My people.
But you can't jump on and talk about a 1-10 basketball team.
Why would we want to talk
We're
about
talking Knicks and Giants and, quite frankly, having a good time.
Mel, what do you have on the Nets?
You know what, man? That's why I love y'all. But I honestly want to talk to Alan because he's like the voice of New York basketball. You know, the Knicks, what I want to say is, bro, the Nets are so lucky that they're in this market because if they did this anywhere else in the United States, anywhere else in the world, it would be more talked about. The fact that we're not talking about it, like Jordy Fernandez or whatever his name, he's the most luckiest coach in the city. If any other team was going through what the Nets was going through, it'd be blown out of proportion. If the Nets...
Yeah, but no one... But thank you, Mel. We appreciate you, buddy. But we don't talk about any of the horrible teams in the NBA. Though the Wizards are as big a dumpster fire, if not more, than the Nets.
Hey,
the Hornets are bad.
I've gone on record. I used to fight with Michael.
Go ahead.
When they had Kyrie and Durant and Harden, I thought we talked about them too much.
Yeah, I remember.
I just don't think there's an audience for it. I'm sorry. I mean, whether they win or lose, and Joe Leo just walked in the control room. He's a big Net fan.
Oh, no.
But honestly, if they were 10-1, we would probably say, hey, let's give some love to the Nets. They're playing pretty well, but we'll be right back on to the Knicks and the Giants and everything else we're talking about.
Now, real quick, what would the Nets have to do for it to be like they are just a regular topic on the show?
Honestly?
Conference finals?
Yeah, and they would get like a segment or two. Like,
no. If they were conference
I lived it. All right, they went to the NBA Finals back-to-back years. I mean, it got some love, but are we going to stop talking Yankees and Mets during the spring? Or, you know, if something was going on with the Rangers or there was football off season. I mean, I'm the Devil announcer. It's kind of the same thing. If the Devils were in the Stanley Cup final, what would we do? We'd probably would do a segment, right? Islanders. There's certain teams that you're just not going to get the love that the other bigger, more popular teams are going to get. We're in the business of trying to keep our audience engaged.
It's unfortunate that you just say that because you said we're in the business of keeping our audience engaged, which doesn't go with what I'm going to do next, which is play Brian Cashman audio.
Okay, go ahead. We want to get to this, though.
Yeah, here's Cashman on Boone saying the Yankees are the least analytical team in the AL East.
We've been clearly accused of being too analytical, and despite analytics is a big spoke in a wheel, but it's not the only spoke in the wheel. We have the largest pro scouting department in the game, which we rely heavily on as well. And I just think he's trying to, I guess, bring the fans into the dugout, with the commentary constantly about, the front office is pulling the strings and every move seems to be the analytic department telling him what to do and everything's pre-scripted. None of that's true. It was his answer to the question of being constantly challenged of being accused of being a puppet and running, a show that's not designed by him. And that was his answer, which is the biggest takeaway is
there's a little something there.
Well, I just think they're defensive about it. But
you think they're lying though?
I don't know how you measure who's more analytical than anybody else.
Right.
Because do they know everything that Tampa, Boston, and Toronto were doing behind the scenes?
I bet I know what Anthony Pusic's feelings were when he heard that. So you're saying it's not just our analytics department that sucks. We have other departments that suck.
That's
Anthony,
why I was kind of
close to right.
It's kind of interesting what Boone said because as Boone's saying, no, I'm pulling the strings. Well, then the fans all want you fired. We were trying to defend you by saying
you got to give him credit now or blame for everything.
I think anybody wants to own what's going on. If I'm the manager of a baseball team, I want to get the credit and I want to get the heat.
At the end of that cut, Cashman did say he's seen moves that the analytic department disagreed with that have worked out for the Yankees, and also some that went the other way. Unless
he's going to outline those moments, it's all just gobbledygook, right? At the end of the day, I don't know. You know, I don't know how anybody measures what's analytical and what's not analytical. All we know is that Aaron Judge bats second for a reason, right? That's not baseball. That's analytics.
Anything else? Any of these cuts give you any movement?
Well, you got to talk to Anthony about that.
Anthony, will any of these give movement? What do you think? What's the best one? Bellinger?
The first three are probably the best. The other ones you'll play out most of.
All right, here's Cashman. Is your goal to get under $300 million?
I don't know if that's where we're at. I know that we are always fluid with our payroll situation, and out of all the things that we have here in the organization, payroll usually is not an issue that we've had to deal with much of. You know, they've always been supportive. So I think payroll it's always obviously something we play with, but we're pretty strongly invested. But what an ultimate payroll number is going to be, I haven't gotten that from Hal Steinbrenner.
I believe it was Joel Sherman that reported, him or John Heyman that reported out of their podcast that the goal for the Yankees will be to get under the $300 million and be under the threshold. And Brian essentially saying that he has not been told that that is something that he's supposed to do.
I don't think he would admit that.
No.
Fans would go nuts.
Right. You can't say that.
That the Yankees are capping their payroll.
Come on.
And we haven't even opened up the winter meetings yet. No, that would not sit well with the fan base. But I'm sure they're working with some sort of a budget. They're not going to have the Dodgers payroll. They're not going to have the Mets payroll. And quite frankly, the only reason the payroll is as high as it is because of some of the contracts they gave up and gave out a long time ago. I mean, Stan's not getting paid what he's worth at this point, right? And there's also other contracts where they ate money on LeMahieu. I think they're still paying Hicks, right?
Lots of money well spent.
So that's all money that's like dead money.
Last one I'm going to play. Cash, is Bellinger a priority?
We're very interested in bringing him back. You know, obviously now that he's a free agent, he's going to have a lot of choices, you know, because he can do a lot of different things. So he was a terrific addition for us last year, played a big role in the amount of success we wound up having, and certainly would love to have him come back to us where discussions with us as well as with others, because, you know, Scott Boras is out having the conversations as he always would, you know, remains to be seen. But, you know, we'd be better served if we could retain him. But if not, then we'll have to look at, you know, alternatives, ways to fill it.
Well, you know what? That was very interesting.
What part?
He wants him.
He wants him back. But he's admitting the fact that there is a budget or there's a limit to how much they're going to pay him. Well, but they want him back.
Yeah.
The plan is to bring him back.
They would like to bring him back.
And they're the New York Yankees, so the fans right now are listening to that going, well, then bring him back. Give him what he wants. But the Yankees don't operate like that anymore. There's a certain amount of money they're going to pay him, and if somebody else offers more, then he's going to walk out the door, and they're going to have to pivot. It's Juan Soto light, right? It's the same thing. We wanted Juan Soto back. Mets obviously were going to give him things we weren't going to give him, and now he's out the door. Same thing.
It's like if the Yankees are like, if you were a guy,
I am,
and you were fighting for a girl.
No, I'm not.
And one other guy showed up and just said, "Hey, I'm interested." And you go, "All right, well, you know, I'm good." And you take a walk. They're interested. Are they willing to fight for the girl? I don't know.
Well, listen, I would think you would fight to the death for Natalie.
To the death.
All right, but if I asked you and your answer was, to a limit. I mean, it depends on how big the guy is.
Well, that
depends on what my mood is at that particular time or how annoying she was. I mean, I'll do what I can, but there are limits. There can't be any limits.
Scott Boras was asked.
Oh, Mike, this is a toolbox.
Do you think the Yankees are prioritizing Bellinger?
We've had discussions. I'll let them talk about what they felt was most important.
I thought it was
here's
garbage.
Here you go. Here's a corny Bellinger joke.
The other thing about Bellinger this year is that he doesn't have a qualifying offer. That goose is gone, so he's really out of it. So I think that, you know, when it comes to Bellinger, there's no question that, you know, the teams have the need to belly proceed.
You know what's interesting about him?
The need to what?
He's so unlikable. You could hear in his voice, he thinks people are really anticipating what he's about to say.
No one cares. Good Lord. Hey, I'll tell you what's fun, though, guys. UFC 322 at the Garden this weekend. And guess what? I'll be there. We're going to have a little party, too, beforehand at the Rutherford. I call it the Rutherford Behays. 6 to 7:30, right across from MSG. We got Bud Light draft specials, buckets all night. It's going to be a great time. The ESPN crew is going to be there. So head on out to the Rutherford right by MSG from 6 to 7:30, brought to you by Bud Light. Proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. That'll do it for ENN.
Yeah. And the
this
Knicks
Wednesday
are coming up next against the Magic here on 880. If you want to listen to the Rangers and the Lightning, they'll be on 1050. Both coming up next right here on ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John.